what kind of stuff you got back.
Can't
All
lie,
right,
I've
then,
got
guys.
three cases here. You can't really see them.
I think
We
we're
are
live
live.
now.
We
Yeah,
are live.
let's go.
Hello, and welcome to the Famicast, episode 197. I am your non-regular host, James. I used to host this thing, not anymore. Danny took over, but then he just suddenly dropped out right before the beginning of the show, so he's not here.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gone. Oh, wait, can we curse?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually a requirement. So I'm here with my regular co-host, Mr. Kedrox. Ty.
Hey, what's good?
And a very special, non-regular special guest, Mr. John Davis.
What up? What up? Welcome.
Well, John has been on the show before, many moons ago, and we asked him back on because in our little Famicast 10 years segment, we're actually going to talk about Bit Summit, which where I don't know if that was the first time I met John, but that was a time when we met John, and John knows all about that stuff. So there it is.
Yeah, probably the first time, or that, or I don't know if you are a frequent attendee of the 8-4 like pre-TGS shindigs, because I tend to meet a lot of people there where I'll see them there, and I'll see them at Bit Summit, so the TGS Bit Summit friends, and then they disappear again.
Now you mention it, we might have met at TGS actually first. Now you mention it, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, thank you for joining us, John. So
thank you for having me.
Yeah, Danny will be joining us again? Later. But yeah, we're going to try and keep it a regular show. We got Niz, we got JAPANews, of course. We got Ty's anime trash pile, and Famicast 10 years. So please to enjoy. Let's get to it.
Woo!
So John, as our super special guest, I guess you go first. So what you been playing, man?
Yeah, so we talked about this briefly. Well, all right, let me preface this, okay? I'm about to go into Bit Summit judging hell. Alexa just said something to me. And typically that means, this year, because we've been, everybody's been quarantined or whatnot, and shows haven't been going on. Typically, that's where I really kind of soak up all of my indie games and stuff. So, and I usually play like 300 games, not like fully, but like in some capacity, over the course of going to shows and then judging for Bit Summit and judging for IGF and things like that. But in 2020, of course, nothing really happened. So the last time I really had a big influx of like indie games I was playing was like last year before Bit Summit Gaiden. And then after that, I just said, okay, I'm gonna go and catch up and play a lot of AAA stuff. And so last year I played I finished both of the Spider-Man games. I finished Ghost of Tsushima. And just some other stuff. So especially when I got my PS5, I just went back and just started playing a lot of games that I hadn't played before. So I was in the middle of playing God of War when my homie gave me a key for a month of World of Warcraft Shadowlands. And I got sucked back into it. And so for the past 2 months, I've been like hardcore leveling like 4 characters in WoW. And yeah, it's an interesting game. It's a really good game. It's good to see it. It's good to play a really polished game sometimes, it's fun after playing like really a lot of unfinished stuff. But yeah, so that's been my thing. It's like 4K 60 FPS World of Warcraft.
How does the game? I mean, it's an old engine, isn't it? I'm assuming it's like, how does it look in 4K? But it's like 12 polygons.
It's they did the big update for in Cataclysm, I think in like 2009 or 8 or something, or 2010.
Right. Yeah, I was playing back then.
Yeah, so that was the first big engine update, right? And I think they've done one since then as well, because it looks better now. I mean, it looks better than the game did, when I first started playing back in like 2004.
Right, like old character models get updated every now and
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Hmm.
And you can tell that like the new character models and new things that they put into the game are taking advantage of whatever engine they're using now, or however they've updated the engine. WoW has ray tracing now.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't have a ray tracing capable card thanks to this pandemic because they're so expensive.
And all
But
those Bitcoin miners.
yeah.
That's the problem.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude.
Are they just scooping them up for Bitcoin mining?
Yeah.
They just sat
Wow.
in some Chinese guy's basement, stacked up racks and racks of computers.
Can you make money, that much money doing that? I guess so. I mean, those are like
well,
$1,000
probably not
cards.
like Bitcoin, but like other cryptocurrencies as they pop up and that sort of stuff. Or if you're stealing power from someone else, yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Anatai is big into Doge coin, so yeah.
I'm not. I have never bought crypto.
So John, you're saying that you haven't played 300 of the first levels of every indie game under the sun this year, like not at all?
this year, no, man. I'm about to start, man. We've got, we'll talk about this a little later, but we just opened up a submission, so
Nice.
so yeah, I just kind of perused through there the other day, and I'm just checking to see. And I want to start judging the games probably this weekend to get a head start, because I try to do it early, because if I wait, then that means that I'm like having to do like 20 games a day, and that's really hard. Everyone says like, oh man, you get to play games and judge games for work, and I'm like, man, that shit is not easy. Because you got to write something, you got to like play it and think about it, and then write something that's useful, instead of just saying, oh, this sucks, this is great, or so yeah.
Well, John, talking of only playing games for 10 minutes and never touching them again, Danny Bivens has rejoined the cast.
Hi.
Good. Okay, I'm throwing the microphone back to you. It's yours. Get off me. Get off me.
Sure. I'm literally wearing a microphone on my shirt, and so are you, so I don't see the problem, James.
Cool. So, John, are you cool to pass it over to the next guy?
Sure.
All right, then. Danny, you choose who's next. It's only John who's gone.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and go next with new business. I've been playing something that, if you've been following our YouTube and the website and stuff like that, you've probably seen this. And if you live in Japan and you watch any TV or something, you might have seen this on TV. But I'm going to be talking about none other than Super Nodage PARTY.
What?
Anyone?
No, tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is, man, so I think we're all like around the same age, where 20 years ago or whatever, there was a lot of like wacky and this weird stuff coming out of Japan that sometimes we'd be able to get our hands on. Sometimes we wouldn't, just because it wouldn't be localized or whatever, but you'd see it in magazines and stuff like that. And
yeah, the back of game fans, man.
I mean, yeah, man, it's just so like this almost seems kind of like it's a callback to that. And if my internet, I would throw up my video of this, but I'm afraid my internet will crap out again. So I'll just like kind of throw up this little picture here in just a second. But here we go. So what this game is, it was created by this dude named Noda Crystal. That's like his stage name. He's a Japanese comedian, and he worked together with another guy. It's like I think he's ex Bandai Namco, and he did like a crowdfunding thing back last year, and was like, "Hey, I kind of want to make a game, lol." And he put together like he had a certain goal, and the goal was completely and utterly destroyed. He made like something like 130,000 USD basically, and so he had to make this game. But what this is, it's kind of, as the title suggests, it's a party game. And it has like 16 different games in there that all kind of vary and basically in like what you do and stuff. Sometimes some of the stuff's really simple. Some of it can get a little bit more complicated too. And yeah, they were getting a really big push of this game like on Japanese TV and stuff right before Golden Week, because it came out like I think that Friday, we had like there was a Thursday national holiday, and then like this game came out like the next day or something like that. And so this game has actually been selling insanely well here in Japan. Like
I'm watching your footage of it right now.
It's pretty crazy. If maybe James or Ty, if one of you guys might be brave enough to put up some footage in the stream, that might actually kind of help. But yeah, like I said, there's 16 different mini games here. A lot of them are really fun in like party settings and stuff like that. Nothing's like really overly complicated or anything like that, but a lot of it's just like there's this one of my favorite ones. It's like you're playing as the comedian, just standing on a train and basically just trying to stay, not fall down and stuff like that. And you can do it with 1 player, 2 player, stuff like that. There's a there's a game where it would probably translate as okay. Yeah, if you're watching the footage right now, it's pretty wacky. Like the one that's on screen right now, you're roasting marshmallows, and if you get caught roasting marshmallows in this fireplace by grandma, you lose. There's one that's on there that was just on there. It's called Gals Fighter. And you're not fighting. You're actually just the guys in the background cheering, and you're like throwing stuff into the stage and stuff like that. So like, there's just a bunch of weird stuff like this.
It looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint. In case
I think that's very intentional, and like it's weird too. He has like 4 or 5 or 6 different opening screens for the game. Like one that was just on, it looks like it's a horror game. Then there's like other ones that are like really colorful and like bright and stuff like that. So it's just wacky. Like they're just doing a bunch of crazy stuff with it.
Who published this?
It's a company called, what is it, Yoshimoto Games.
Yoshimoto Games, huh?
They've done a lot of cell phone stuff, and actually on the video you'll be able to see a picture of like probably the 4 guys in the studio. But they've worked with a lot of other Japanese comedians and stuff like that to make stuff on smartphones, like Exit. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, the popular group, this dude with like pink hair and another guy. Okay.
Sounds like every Japanese rock band.
Right. But so these guys, they've kind of, I guess, specialized in helping these celebrities kind of like make their dreams come true and have their own games or whatever. But like I said, this has been kind of a phenomenon on the Japanese eShop. A lot of people have been picking it up. It outsold Monster Hunter last week, like in the weekly sales.
You should have opened with that.
Yeah,
right, there you go. How
I
much
think
was it, Danny? Is it like down to like 300 yen or something like that?
No. This is a 1,000 yen game, like about $10 USD. So like, yeah. And another cool thing too, when I was watching Noda, the guy, like on TV, like when he was previewing the game a couple weeks ago or whatever, he's like, yeah, man, like I want people to like stream this. I don't want to put any restrictions on this. Which a lot of some Japanese game companies like Square Enix and stuff like that, they're really fickle about that type of stuff, and they don't want their precious footage to be out on the internet or whatever, and it doesn't make any sense. But this guy gets it. He's like, yeah, dude, whatever, do whatever the hell you want. I think like the only disappointing thing for me is that there's no online for this. It's like local multiplayer, and it's only up to 2 players. But it's fun in like a party setting.
Wait, 2-player party game? What?
Yeah, like I said, if you saw like some of the games that are on offer here, it's nothing like it's like totally, it's not like overcooked or anything like that,
I guess you just rotate the controllers, I guess, if you got more than 2 people.
Yeah, and the games are quick, like just done in like less than a minute most of the time. There are a few exceptions. There are a couple like single player things. They made this game called Onion Quest, obvious rip on Dragon Quest and stuff like that. You actually have a party, you can save, and you're fighting like onions. Like it's a little picture of an onion that is just like on the screen and stuff like that, and all sorts of other weird enemies. There's another game where this person has like these rock hard thighs that you use to deflect projectiles into like your enemies and stuff to take them out. Yeah. It looks like a beat 'em up, but then you start playing, you're like, what the hell? But I put up.
Actually, Danny, I do get vibes of WarioWare from this.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks WarioWare, but with like a micro percentage of the budget.
Yeah. So like, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff like this. And if you guys out there, you know, it's super fans or whatever, you probably already seen, but there is an English guide that I put together here on YouTube that you guys can check out that would be able to like get you started at least with 2 players and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely check it out. I did a review last week. I don't know. It's all blending together. But cool. Yeah, definitely check it out.
Probably the only English review of what's it called again?
Nodage PARTY. And like, yeah, when it's spelled out, it looks like it says it'd be Nodage, like Nodage. So Nodage. You know, I guarantee people are probably reading it like that.
Super Nodage Party.
Yeah, right. But that gay, that GE at the end, it's, you know, kind of short for game in Japanese. Yeah. But yeah.
Man, I gotta talk to my clients and see if they've seen this.
Japanese people, they probably might know about it. They might have seen about it on TV. Like my wife even knew about like the crowdfunding thing. That's how I found out about it. She's like, yeah, this game was crowdfunded. And I was like, what? Yeah, but
wow.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of different things, but that's it. I did get Pokemon Snap, but I only played for like 30 minutes.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Tune in next time, I guess. Does Danny play more than the first 30 minutes? Send your answers in now.
Yeah, we already know the answer.
Then you're a man of my own heart.
Right?
Is it physical, Danny? You got a physical?
No, it's only digital. It's only digital.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, no, I'm talking about Pokemon Snap.
Oh, Pokemon. I got a physical. Yeah.
You got a physical, yeah. Okay.
I got this little. There's this little card. What the heck do you call these things? These little NFC chip things or whatever that you can use in some kind of a NFC game.
Yeah, my son plays that arcade game. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah. So I got that. It's just gonna stay in this package and probably just get put on a shelf. That's fine.
Send it over. He'll use it.
No. I'm gonna use it on my shelf.
Okay.
On my shelf.
Yeah.
Hold on to it for like 15 years, and then you can throw it up on Rakuten or Mercari or something. See? And like people are gonna want it.
See, everything I purchase. That's the end goal. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for me. So, James, what you go next?
Hey. Okay. Well, I got a couple of big things and just a teeny tiny other things. So, my son had his 10th birthday. You know, he was born right after episode 1 of the Famicast. So, you know, the Famicast birthday, my son's birthday, you know, they're kind of similar. And he actually asked for a Switch game from his auntie, and he got Mario World. No, what's it called? Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, actually, we have the Japanese version.
Oh, right.
Which is Fury World.
Fury World, that's it.
Yeah, which is awesome because I wanted to play Fury World, and you know he wanted to play 3D World because you know he did play a little bit of 3D World on the Wii U, but he was like that was like 5 years ago, right? He would have been like 5 or 6 years old. He wasn't that good at games at the time.
Sure.
So yeah, that was really cool, and so yeah, I've been playing obviously just Bowser's Fury because you know I've already done everything in Super Mario 3D World. I don't need to do that all again. I did play a little bit. I played through the first world, and it's way faster. And it's just having it in like 60 frames a second, 1080p, no, absolutely no frame drops whatsoever, and like twice the speed. It is pretty cool. And it does have online as well, right? But I haven't tried that out. But yeah, Bowser's Fury, yeah, it's awesome because like it's perfect for me because it's like a short 10-hour 3D Mario. It's kind of like perfect for what I want right now,
Sure.
So yeah, it is weird they use like a lot of nomenclature of like Mario Sunshine. It's like it's like cat shine get or something like that. It doesn't say cat shine get, but it's like you got a cat shine. It's like don't use those kind of words. You scare me. I'm not playing Mario Sunshine.
Man, I was so disappointed whenever I remember I played like the demo version at Walmart of Sunshine back in the day, and they still had Shine Get In. It must have been like that E3 demo. Everyone was talking about it on the internet at the time. And I was so mad when they took that out of the final version. The English one.
Shine Get It.
It's in the Japanese one, I'm pretty sure.
I can't believe how many times I've had to tell my students that coin get and bonus get is actually not English.
It's actually perfect English. It's actually perfect American English. So
there it is.
Continue.
So yeah, Bowser's Fury. I mean, I'm sure you've heard hundreds of other people and other podcasts talk about this, but it is completely open world. There's no loading. There's actually quite a hefty load at the beginning. I think it's the longest loading screen in any Mario game I've ever played, ever. Oh. I can say that confidently because even Odyssey doesn't load this much. Because I don't think Odyssey has worlds as big as this, or maybe they just mask the loading better and that. But this one, it's like a good solid minute of just a black screen loading, and it just loads up the whole map. Okay. And then after that, there's no loading. So yeah, that was kind of weird, but it's fine. So yeah, I've completed it. I'm not really sure how the thing works because Bowser comes up every so often, gets mad at you and starts trying to kill you, and then you have to get a shine to kind of put him back in the water and make him go away for another few minutes. But if you turn into whatever it is, Super Saiyan Mario and take him on Godzilla style one-on-one, you can whittle down his energy bar, and then if you completely kill him, then you see the credits. But that's not really the end of the game. You get thrown back, and then it's you're just back to where you started and stuff. It's kind of a weird way of doing it because sometimes I don't want to kill him. I don't want to see the credits again. I just want to get rid of him. You know what I mean? So there's certain. I don't actually know the answer to this, but there's a certain way to just get rid of him and not see the credits, and then there's another way to get rid of him and go to the ending screen. I'm not sure how that works. Somebody can write in and tell us how that works. But anyway, but it is cool, because there's shines everywhere and there's little tasks everywhere. It's kind of similar to Odyssey in a way, how there's just shines everywhere to get, and little missions to do. But it does feel it's a combination of Odyssey and 3D World, I guess. The camera is 3D World. Okay. And I'm glad I read about it. I'm glad I read reviews about this game, and everyone says turn the 3D camera sensitivity to max. That's the first thing I did, and I'm glad I did that. And it's way better that way. And you've got Bowser Jr. helping you out as well, which you can take over as a second player. And they're kind of invincible, and they can just kill enemies and stuff. So it's good to play, 2-player, with my son. That's pretty fun.
So Bowser Jr. is a traitor. Okay.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with Bowser Jr.? Yeah. Why is he? What did Papa do?
In the story, it's he's kind of even he's scared of his dad because Bowser is pretty frightening in this game. It's they've really made him this terrifying monster, Godzilla style monster. The red eyes and stuff, and the lightning, and it goes completely dark and stuff. The music's really kind of frightening. And then even Bowser Jr. is scared of him. He's I don't know what's wrong with Dad. Something's wrong with him, man. We need to calm him down. There's this black goop that's making Bowser go crazy.
Call CPS.
Yeah, right.
Bowser is not the anti-hero. He is definitely the villain, huh?
Yeah, it is cool. I do like the Godzilla vibes it has. When Mario gets turned into this, huge. I don't know. I guess he would be Ultraman in that, wouldn't he? Against Bowser's Godzilla. It's pretty funny. But yeah, good vibes. I really appreciate the length, and it's just it's just everything's just fun. It's just that classic thing where Galaxy had the same vibe where just everything you do is just something fun to do, and just little missions to do. It's you're never far away from something to do, and some task to achieve. So, and it's pretty cool.
We got a pro tip from Chris Blackstone on the chat. He said, hey, a pro tip, turn off all help from Bowser Jr. He makes the game way too easy, straight up baby mode. So there you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can turn his help to a lot, a little, or off. Okay. So yeah.
What kind of help does he give you?
He just kills enemies, pretty much. So if you got swarmed by 8 enemies, he'll just pretty much kill most of them. You just have to focus on one. So yeah.
What age would you recommend this for? Can you play this with? Do you play this with your son?
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty good. He can actually just play as Mario. He's just playing through the game on his own. I guess 7 or 8 would be fine. But if they're younger, then they could take over the Bowser Jr. and just and not die, and then they'd have to worry about dying.
I feel like Switch games, like Mario games in particular, are like deceptively hard, right? Like maybe like last year or something during the quarantine, I think during the Switch sale in the summer last year, I just like spent like $100 or $200 just on games, right? Just games that I thought I could play with my kids and just stuff to do because everyone was stuck at home. And I think we got new Super Mario Brothers, and it's brutal. It's like, you think like, oh, we're gonna play 4 players, we're all gonna play together, and like we play as a family, and it's just like slap the controllers out the kids' hands, like get out of here, guys.
It just ends up with three people in bubbles, and then just the dad's taking over.
Yep. Rayman is much better. Rayman is a lot better for younger kids.
I'll have to take your word on that one.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say it's a good game. I mean, 3D World, that's a hard game. I mean, that's playing it in multiplayer doesn't make it any easier. So the regular 3D World game. Yeah.
I remember I tried playing just 3D World with my wife on the Wii U. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I really calmed it down. I used to get really mad at games. I wasn't like mad at her, but I was just like, babe, we got to go like this way. And she was like dying. And I was like, oh, get on my level.
You could.
Definitely. So yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, thanks to thanks to my sister-in-law for the present. It worked out well for me too. So the present that I got my son was Super Mario Kart Live. No, wait, what's it called? Super Mario Live Home Circuit. I think that's what it's called. the remote control car.
Right.
Thing. Which is awesome. It is amazing. It's just I mean, it's like, it's weird when it's one of those moments where you're playing it and you're just acting like the commercial, and it's like, oh shit, it is just like the commercial. I am being the commercial guy. It's like making the tracks and going between the dog's legs and stuff like that. It's awesome. Yeah, you should. I've got a video on the YouTube channel, and it stars the official Famicast mascot, the Fami-dog. My dog is in it. It's awesome. You should watch it. But it is cool, man. And I really hope they put some of these ideas into the next Mario Kart. I don't know what they're going to call it, like whatever, Smash Kart or Ultra Mario Kart or whatever. But like, you can like customize the costumes. It's not like the dumb thing which I hated about Mario Kart 8 is that they have Mario and then Gold Mario and then Tanuki Mario, and they're all different characters. It's like, dude, it's the one character. It's just a different costume. They fixed it with this version. They have done just regular Mario, and then you just change the costume. And they even have things like where you have weather effects, like a strong wind blowing, and then it'll actually affect the controls of the remote controlled car. So like your car will start veering to the left when the wind blows, and you have to fight against it with a stick. It's amazing. Like, you're seeing this real toy act like there's wind blowing against it. It's really kind of magic. The weird thing is, it's like it based on Wi-Fi connection. So the car, it's not Bluetooth. You would expect it to be Bluetooth, right? Like, because it's like the Switch connecting to this toy, but it's actually all Wi-Fi. So like the Switch is connected to Wi-Fi, and then the toy is connected to Wi-Fi. So they both have to be near a Wi-Fi connection, kind of thing. And my house, like, I have the Wi-Fi router in my office where I'm here, but then the living room is out there where the TV is. So it gets to a point where if I make tracks too far away, then you do get a little bit of slowdown, like Wi-Fi stuttering kind of thing. And if it gets really bad, the game will just say, dude, stop. The Wi-Fi connection is not good. You need to design the tracks nearer to that. So yeah, that's something to watch out for. But it's a lot of fun. It really is awesome toy. It's a shame to play 2-player. You have to buy another $100 toy. Right. That kind of sucks. But yeah, just playing it in single play, it's cool. Because what we've been doing is like making tracks for each other. Like, I'll do one for him, and then he'll play mine, and then he'll do one for me, kind of thing. And that's a lot of fun. It's like real life course building. It's cool. Like arranging the chairs and like making tunnels out of boxes and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Do you want to borrow like 500 anime figures?
Right?
Be pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, all the boxes too.
Look
Can
at
you-
Ty's room.
Can you
Okay.
use the car outside of the game?
You can just turn on the switch and just play it like a remote control car.
Just drive it, yeah.
It's like I think it's called Explore mode or something like that. You don't have to make a track. No.
Oh, okay.
So if you just want to like use it as a spy camera or something like that, you can do that.
noisy spike.
Wasn't going there, but
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some incidents where all of a sudden a car just comes into the bathroom. It's like, oh, hi. It's like, can you not bring it in here, please? So yeah, it is cool. I mean, the 4 gates that you get with it, you get 4 gates and like 2 little kind of arrows, I guess, and they show up in the AR. So like the 4 gates obviously do, but then this little, I mean, it's just cardboard, right? But when it's viewed through the car's camera, they kind of glow and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So you can help you make some cool tracks that way.
Repurposed Nintendo Labo. Good job.
Yeah, it does feel like Labo actually. But it's pre-constructed.
Sure.
It is pre-constructed though. Like the way they fold in and everything is very clever. But that's already done for you. You don't need to do anything. Just like open it and just put 2 little tabs in, and that's it.
Okay.
I wonder how that's selling.
It sold out pretty much a lot in the first
got
few
1
months, right?
point some. It's sort of over 1 million worldwide.
Wow.
But it seemed like, well, it was pretty high price too, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I guess that's not that bad. I wonder these days what Nintendo considers a success, though.
That's sure.
Well,
Yeah.
the good news for me,
I come from the indie space, man. 1 million selling. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Nintendo's
retiring.
Million, that's it.
Yeah.
bitch.
I'm rich, bitch.
So, I got it on Rakuten, and
Uh-huh.
they actually had like 20% off at the time, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, it's not sold out as it was. I mean, we did a video around about Christmas time of like all the Mario merch that they had, and yeah, it was sold out. Like it was just in my local game store, it was just sold out signs for days. Like you couldn't get it, you couldn't even pre-order it. It was sold out. So that was I think it was a hot Christmas gift, definitely in Japan.
Yeah.
Maybe it's cooled off now. We're in May now, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's one of the things that they considered Mario's birthday, so they just removed it from existence or tried to. But
that's right. He's dead now.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay. Well, I won't talk about the other things. I mean, I have videos of other things, so maybe I'll talk about it in Now Playing.
Okay.
Okay. But those are the 2 main things. 2 Mario games. They have it.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
Right.
On the Famicast.
Talking about Mario games.
Mario. Good old Mario.
Mario.
All right. Well, Ty, I know you love 3D Zelda.
Hell yeah.
No, I know. But what have you been playing, man? Sorry.
Oh man, I've been playing more South American indie games.
I can never tell if you're being serious, because I mean, hey, sometimes you are serious, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
Hey, there's some dope indies out of Brazil, man. Yeah.
No, they're so good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I played what's this game called? Oniken. That's from Brazil. And it's cool as fuck. It's like a 8-bit styled game.
Mhm.
It has kind of like that 80s Japanese cyberpunk vibe to it.
Okay.
Like I would say it plays like Strider more than anything. It's like okay. It's like the kind of game you would instantly think is super hard. I only played through the first couple levels so far. It's not too hard yet, but like I can see it's probably going to try to murder me pretty soon. So if you remember a lot of old NES games, like I want to say like Vice Project Doom or even Batman or something like that. It has kind of gritty look, but it's still like an 8-bit game. And it's kind of amazing. I like it a lot. It's also a game you can jump right in and start playing really quick. So lot of moves, a lot of power ups. There's a lot of segments where you like hang, and like kind of rappel across things.
Oh, cool.
And like slash at the same time. Like you have like a sword slash that's got really long range. Which is why I want to say it reminds me of Strider more than anything.
John is laughing.
Yeah,
I'm like about to buy this game.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it randomly because it was on sale on Xbox for like $2. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get this, and it's pretty cool. It might still be on sale. It's out on Switch. It's probably out on everything.
I'm looking at the Steam trailer now, and there's a polar bear that chases you, and hey,
yeah.
Old.
And this guy, he looks like straight out of Fist of the North Star. He's like,
yeah, like he's definitely designed to look just like our buddy Ken, as it were.
Omae mo shinderu.
Mo shinderu.
Yeah.
Nani?
Right. Yo, the Brazilians love their Japanese, man.
Yeah, I'm just the other month I was shilling for Fight and Rage, which is a game out of Peru.
Hey, Ty.
Did you get it?
That was on sale on the Japanese eShop for 1,200 yen. I just picked it up 2 days ago.
Nice.
I haven't played it yet. It's on the digital shelf, but I intend to play it. It seemed like it's something that'd be easy enough to kind of get. Well, not easy, but easy to get into, and a lot like those Turtles 3 vibes too, man. I love that, the turtle stuff.
Yeah, and that game ranges from like pretty easy to almost impossible, depending on the difficulty you set it to. So it's a game for everyone.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna try to kill myself. So yeah, okay.
So yeah, now that I guess for whatever reason, like South America is producing some awesome video games now. Like I can see like there's a lot of love poured into these games, so I'm getting to be really, really interested in that scene. Do you guys remember a fighting game, Omen of Sorrow? I talked about it like 1 or 2 years ago.
I think I interviewed the producer of that game at
Evo.
Right.
Evo Japan.
yeah, and they're out of Chile, if I remember.
I was listening to James talk to them.
yeah, and I ran into that guy a couple times. I saw him at Evo Japan.
Did that ever come out on Switch? I remember that I asked him at the time.
I don't know. I think it was PS4 only.
Yeah.
According to Google, PS4, Xbox One, and Microsoft and PC.
Wait, it came out on Xbox One? Okay, I'm gonna buy it right after this. By the way, I'm looking at their website and it only has PS4, but I think maybe they haven't updated it in like 2 years.
That's possible.
And by the way, Brazilians are like, I mean, the immigration in Japan, like obviously the tops are like, Chinese, Korean, but like Brazilian, I think it's like 3rd or 4th. It's like, it's way up there.
Yeah.
Like way more than like Americans and British people.
Yeah,
there are way more Brazilian people here than us.
We're in the minority, that's for sure.
Yeah. I can tell you, as anyone who's played on Fightcade, Brazil loves video games.
Oh yeah, man. Like I've been down there twice to go to Big, Brazil's indie game festival.
Huh.
And yeah, they have a lot of love. Like I said, they have a lot of love for Japan. Lots of great developers down there. I had the pleasure of working with some. I published like a couple of games from down there, and yeah, those guys are like they really, guys and gals, they love their Japanese culture, man. So I'm not surprised. Like,
Ty, James Allen in the chat asked, how did you get on in the KI tournament a few weeks back?
That was on game night when you abandoned us.
Oh yeah, good question. Since I have that every 2 weeks, I don't remember. I think I won that one.
Okay.
And then there was one sense where I got second. Yeah. If you look on YouTube, there's like a whole series. It's Killer Instant.
Okay.
And each one's numbered. I think they're up to like 17 now.
Mm-hmm. Is that a global thing or a Japan thing?
It's a Japan thing. It's like just a small bi-weekly. It's capped at like 8 people. And
Right. I was going to say every Killer Instinct fighter in Japan, all 8 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm probably in every one.
So Dave,
Seven Americans.
Dave Lang, there's like 8 people out here playing that game.
Yeah,
Japanese
actually, there's a few different people every week. Yeah, so there's some changes in the roster week to week. It's like whoever signs up first, actually. So I always sign up.
People?
Yeah. Well, people, there's like me and one other buddy of mine. Goes by the nickname Gilgamesh. He shows up sometimes too. So
That's familiar.
yeah, there's like an anime and a meme and stuff.
It's actually Danny's code name, right?
Yes, it's
right. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Maybe I'll link the tournament footage in the Discord. You can check it out.
Okay.
Maybe only the ones where I win.
There's another comment in the chat from a lovely James Allen also. I thought Matthew the cat was the official Famicast mascot. Oh, James, we gotta put our pets to the put them in the old fighting pits and let it. No, I don't want to do that. But
Fami-cat versus Fami-dog. Who will win?
Yeah, we have a Fami-cat. We have Fami-dog. Boom.
There it is.
All bases covered. If you like cats, we got it. If you like dogs, got it. If you like them both, boom. If you hate them both, well, sorry.
Where's the Fami ferret?
See what I mean? We got guys like this.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, Fami-cat sounds more natural for the Famicast, doesn't it? But yeah,
Yeah.
There's love for everyone. Sorry, Ty. What else have you been playing?
Let's see. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. I got that on sale. That was on my wish list for a while.
Oh my god, there's a Bit Summit and Famicast connection to that game. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Let's not bring that up again.
Right.
Good.
Oh, did you guys have some problems with Indy about that?
Oh no.
We had problems, different kinds of problems.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that. We can talk about that later because that kind of connects with some of the stuff that's going on in the show.
By the time we get to the Bit Summit segment, I'm going to be drunk and giving you guys like all the dirt.
Good, good.
Hell yeah.
Keep drinking.
So I guess I played through the first playthrough, and you're supposed to do multiple playthroughs to get all the characters and stuff. And it's fun. I can tell. I think they turned. I think it's a little more difficult than the first one at places, but it's basically the same idea. You know, it's a very Castlevania-esque game. You have limited movement options, and you have to be careful about being knocked into a pit and dying.
Right.
It's the same vicious cycle for like 40 years.
Right.
Jump over a pit, get hit by a bat as you jump over the hole and die.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There are many more characters. In my first playthrough, I had 4 characters at the end, but I think there are 6 in the game.
Okay.
And you can just kind of tag out like when your character's getting low on life.
Right. Just the shoulder button or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool. I mean, I think Cyrus gave me that game. God rest his soul. Yeah, John Cyrus was the guy that used to be on the show. Who cares? No,
Who cares?
No, but he gave me the game, and I played for a little bit. But I just, as cool as it was, I just haven't played that much of it. But yeah, it was really freaking cool.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I like it. It's got cool music all day. I mean, you know what you're in for if you've seen the first one. It's just more.
Sure.
It's great. There's a dog in it. You can play as the dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
He has a little tank. It's great.
He has a tank?
It's more like a little like steam powered mech kind of thing.
Okay.
He's great. Love that.
Yeah. The guy from Overwatch.
Well, first I was thinking like an oxygen tank, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
No, it's like this little mecha thing, and he can kind of hover with it. It's awesome.
Okay,
love the dog.
Sense. I guess that makes more sense.
Oh no, Overwatch it's a hamster, isn't it? Right. Not
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Next up, original
on.
Double Dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
How-
yeah.
how? What? I mean, well, not how. Emulation is probably what you. But what? Why?
Well, I have a couple of NES games on my bucket list that I want to beat legit.
Okay.
I did Battletoads many years ago, and some other tough
Whoa.
ones.
John,
Yeah.
this is the guy, that guy you heard about on the internet that can, do the turbo tunnel in like 2 seconds and not.
Oh
not get hit.
no, man! I got bad memories of that game from my childhood, man.
Hi,
Yeah.
it's just another Tuesday.
Even with the maps from Nintendo Power, man, like those bike segments are so hard.
Yeah, and it gets worse from there.
We designed it to crush the American spirit, but Ty defeated it.
Yeah.
Right. So I think there's like
Well played.
2 more very tough games I want to beat, and Double Dragon was one of them, and Ninja Gaiden is the other. So every now and then, like I'll come back to them, play them a little bit. Maybe I'll make a serious go at beating it, and like also got like another release on Xbox for like $2. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some achievement points at the same time.
Sure.
So if anybody asks, I can point at it, and it's great. It doesn't have fucking rewinds.
Oh, okay.
So-
So I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, so it's pretty legit. Or if it does have rewinds, I haven't found them.
Did they put
So-
rewinds in those old NES games on Xbox?
Yeah,
Like save state?
yeah.
Nice.
I know. I save stated. I save stated the hell out of the original Ninja Gaiden on the Wii U VC, and I got to the last boss, but I didn't have any projectile weapons, so it was like impossible, and I just quit.
Yeah, and then you die and you go back like the entire level.
Yeah, then I was like, I'm done. I'm never gonna beat this game, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
as we discussed, it's okay to have save states and rewind and stuff, but like as long as you get an achievement or something for defeating the game without using any of that stuff, right?
right.
That's the whole point, right? You can have it
Right.
if you want it, but you're not going to get the ultimate platinum if you use it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Sure. Yeah. I'm not gonna have my valor stolen on the internet by casuals.
Oh god.
All right. So I'll let you know if I get around to beating it.
That's true. James
James
Allen
Allen.
says, "Oh,
Go ahead,
Danny.
Danny.
You won't get any cat, dog, and ferret talk on any other podcasts." That's true.
Will not.
You're welcome.
Unless there's a pet podcast, maybe, but I'm not downloading 2 podcasts.
Right.
We are your go-to place for cat, dog, and ferret talk,
There it is. There it is.
And video
along with
games.
Double Dragon.
Yes. Wait, dragons.
That's
I mean, it's another pet, potentially.
Hey,
I actually
man,
do like
I've-
the sound
I've seen that Rick and Morty
Family
episode. I don't want any dragons.
Well,
All right. And
Family
one more
ferret does
game.
sound good.
I got one more game I want to talk about real quick, since it was actually on Xbox Games with Gold, but I checked and it's on Switch. It's
Mhm.
called Armello.
Wasn't
that.
that on Wii U? I think that was
Was
like
it?
Wii U. Yeah, that was like really old. It's like a
Yeah,
little
Armello's
3D
dope, man. Armello is kind of old though, but it's there. Armello's dope.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's like a tabletop game. I don't know if there was ever a tabletop version, but
No.
yeah, there's too many cards and tokens and things to keep track of. But I guess it's like a 4-player competitive kind of game where you try to manage a whole bunch of resources and take over the furry kingdom. So it seems really cool, but also not my kind of game. But I wanted to mention it since I think there are people out there who would really like this game.
Yeah, I mean, Armello first came out, wow, like 2015 or something. Like I know that it's done by League of Geeks. They're an Australian dev, and they were in the Indie Mega booth a few times, so we got to know those guys, and they've been like constantly releasing, expansions for that game, like for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
So,
I noticed it did seem really polished.
yeah, it's and then like you know what, like you said, like the furry thing. When they created the game, they had no idea about furry subculture.
Right. It seems more like it was inspired by those old books, like the Redwall books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
that's
it.
that's the vibe I got from it.
Yeah. We told them, we were like, "Yo, this is like they're like furries are gonna go crazy for this game," and they were like, "Huh?"
Oh, don't tell them.
Oh, we ruined it for them.
Let them be
Yeah.
blissfully ignorant. So cool game. Probably not the kind of game I would play a lot, but maybe. Yeah, I don't. Maybe if it has some online matchmaking, maybe I'll come back to it. Seems pretty cool.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've only played it local, so I don't know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I think it does.
Yeah. The tutorial seemed pretty good.
Hmm.
Even though I was just kind of like mashing A to get through it, I ended up learning how to play the game anyway.
Okay.
So that's good.
Oh, I was
So,
wrong.
like-
This wasn't a Wii U game. This was this came out on Switch 2018. It was
okay.
it was on PlayStation 4 and PC like 2015. Wow.
Uh-huh. I have no idea when it came out on Xbox, but it was delivered to me for free because I have gold.
2016.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. If you want something like Catan and Civilization or something, I'm not sure how to describe it exactly, but it seems cool. A lot of opportunities for sneaky, underhanded plays in that game.
All right.
All right, so that'll wrap it up for the many games I've been playing.
You guys make me
Cool.
feel bad, man. Like I'm not playing no games.
Don't feel bad. I don't beat any games.
Well,
I don't beat very many games either. Yeah.
Well, we were off for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, we usually do once every 2 weeks, but because of Golden Week, we kind of, and also lining up with our 200th episode and there's a bunch of other stuff. But
yeah,
I think the first like the most I haven't had maybe I only have one platinum I think on my PlayStation. That's Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh wow, okay.
Wow. Job.
I played the
job.
fuck out of it. I played the fuck out of that game. I was like,
Josie this now.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention it, but I finished getting all the achievements again in Dead by Daylight on console.
Again.
I'm very yeah. I mean, they keep releasing stuff, and I'm very close on PC.
Nice.
So I might have all the achievements just in time for them to release new ones with the Biohazard update.
Cool.
Which will be revealed on May 25th.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like
whatever.
news. Come on, let's keep it going. We got news. News is a different
Yeah,
segment.
let's go.
Yep. So a lot more stuff to get to. So let's go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at Famicast.com.
Yes.
So now playing at Famicast.com, we got lots of stuff going up on the website. You should be checking every day, maybe if you want to.
Yes.
Lots of stuff going up on YouTube. All sorts of stuff is happening. It's been really busy. But we're going to talk about a couple of different things to kind of just update you guys if you've been living in a hole or whatever.
that would be me.
Yeah. We're doing very important things here. So a couple things just to toot my own horn because I don't get to do that very often. Yeah, lots of stuff, like I said, up on the website, lots of Japanese related news. Like because we did the site redesign that just kicked off in April and kind of inspired me just to kind of take a look at like some really weird Japanese news or just Japanese focus news and stuff like that. So definitely be checking that out. Like just the other day, I put up a story because obviously Tony Hawk 1 and 2, it's coming out on the Switch, but they like Activision Japan just finally announced that they're going to bring it out. And then I was thinking, when is the last time a Tony Hawk game came out on a Nintendo platform in Japan? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
2001.
Close.
Pro Skater 2?
Really?
It's oh my god! No, I didn't put it away. It's
probably
right here.
the N64 one, wasn't it?
No, actually, there was no
N64?
Tony Hawk games in the N64 in Japan.
Oh yeah, it was a
unfortunately.
GameCube launch game.
Yeah, well, in North America, this Tony Hawk 3 was a GameCube launch game, and in Japan, it came out on June 27th, 2003. It was published by a company called Success, the guys that have done the Umihara Kawase games, like the most recent ones. Yeah, so it's so weird. And then I think at the same time too, they had Tony Hawk 4 that came out on like the PlayStation 2. They released that in Japan in 2004 as Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2003. A lot of weird stuff like that.
Wow.
But anyways, like if that type of weird stuff might interest you, you should definitely check out some of the stories we have on the site. This kind of some stuff like that. I have a Buddy Mission Bond review that I just put up last week. The Nintendo IP game with Koei Tecmo and stuff. You guys should check that out. And yeah, lots of other stuff that I've already forgotten. But James, you got a couple things too, don't you, man?
Yeah, I actually just recently added the Famicast RSS feed to my news reader. Because Danny actually has is doing so much news recently. And there it is. Tony Hawk 1 and 2 dated for Switch in Japan. There it is. So yes, my stuff. Like I mentioned, my new business. I got Mario Kart Live home circuit video, so you can see my living room and the Fami-dog in action. Check it out. I've got Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury stuff as well, and things I didn't talk about today. Miitopia. They had a quite lengthy, beefy Miitopia. So yeah, I played that for like maybe a good hour or stuff, and I added loads of Miis that other people had made. So if you want to see like Iron Man fighting Garfield, yeah, check it out.
Right.
True story. That's true. I'm not making that up.
Another true story. Oh, go ahead, James. Sorry.
Okay. Sounded like it was a really good joke coming out. I interrupted it. I apologize. The other thing was R-Type Final 2. There was a demo on eShop. I played it, and I remember when I was playing it, I was like, holy shit, the last time I played this game was 2 years ago at TGS. And it's like 2 years later, the game comes out. It's holy shit, that game must have gone through some shit. But it's funny because like the demo that I played on my Switch was like almost the same level that I played at TGS 2 years ago. But there it is. Okay. But I remember, I think I played it on a PC dev unit at the time. So, and I remember they were thinking about a Switch version. So yeah, there it is. It did actually finally come out. So yeah, check out me dying a lot. That's a fucking hard game, by the way. R-Type Final 2. And the other one was Descenders, which was a game trials game. It was free for a week, and it's a BMX game where you kind of like, it's like randomly generated mountains, and you're just kind of like going down these mountains doing stunts and stuff. Gave me vibes of like 1080. 1080. Like it's like 1080 with BMXs, but yeah, like I said, randomly generated. But yeah, it doesn't feel like it's randomly generated, but it's really cool actually. So yeah, check it out. Anything else? I think that's it, isn't it?
Lots of stuff. Seriously, check the website every day. Lots of stuff going up. Might be of interest just to give you a laugh or whatever. Like like one I put up a couple weeks ago. James is actually a huge fan of the Japanese boy band King and Prince, which is why he played that demo for Miitopia. Actually,
yes.
He's like, what the hell are you talking about?
King and what now?
All of this and more. The Famicast.com.
That's right.
I like the site, guys. It looks nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
2.0.
You guys, and then like all this news going up. You guys are like gonna like you going after like the Silicon Era and.
Oh God, I don't think I can go after those guys. This is just like, hey, this is neat. I'm gonna post this when I'm not actually doing my day job. Anyway,
no,
James?
man, it's good. It looks nice. I mean, I know how much work goes into all of this. So yeah, you guys, this looks awesome.
Thanks, man.
I'm really impressed.
If you check out the mobile site, you might be not as impressed.
I don't fuck with it. Don't look at the Bismuth website on mobile either.
Okay. it's all a work in progress. Mobile works, it's fine. There are a couple things I want to tinker with, but yeah. Anyways, James, I think you know what time of the show it is right now.
Batten down the hatches, boys. It's time for the JAPANews.
That's right. John, just in case you don't know, this is the time of the show we talk about all the latest and greatest comings and goings of Nintendo in Japan and all that type of stuff. And
what I love is when we have a new guy or somebody who hasn't had that before and seeing their reaction.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's just another Wednesday. I mean, literally.
Oh, brilliant. You're welcome,
Yeah.
John. That was just for you.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just listening. I'm just absorbing this. just kakete ne.
Keep drinking. Keep drinking, John. Keep drinking.
Oh man. All right, let's just get into it, I guess. I won't.
Oh, one of John's friends maybe in the chat, Helpful Mole says shout out to JD.
Who is that? Is that that's Chad, isn't it?
Yeah, Helpful Mole. No, ringing any bells?
I think so.
Family Mole. There it is. Okay.
There it is. All right. Well, we got 3 stories that we're going to talk about here today. I think some of these are of general interest. And the first thing that I'm going to try to do some tech stuff while I'm talking and delaying. Now I'm breaking the fourth wall. But so, as you guys know, Game Builder Garage, this new game that's like Nintendo's take on game programming, kind of like made easy and all that stuff. This is heading to the Switch worldwide on June 11th. Nintendo actually makes this claim here. It says, anyone can learn the basics of game design and visual programming with step-by-step lessons created by the minds at Nintendo. A couple of other interesting things about this game too. There is USB mouse support, which is included in the game. One really cool thing about the Japanese version is if you buy it physically, the game actually comes with a set of 84 little cards, like physical cards. And these cards, I mean, at first, when I first saw that, it's like, holy crap, these are like AR cards. Then I was like thinking about it and looking at the price, like, no, they're not. But basically what these little cards have on them is like kind of like little functions that you can do in like the programs and stuff like that. Kind of like a way that you can check out how to do stuff in the game while you're away from the game.
So how do you scan them, Danny? Like with the AR thing? Not the AR, IR camera?
I don't think you scan them all. I think it's just all purely reference.
Huh, okay.
That's what it sounds like to me. So
it's just like do what it says on the card and then just do it in the game. It's like an instruction manual.
Oh, man. I had some pictures on the website. I do have like an article about this,
right?
And I have some pictures of the actual cards. There's some
Nodon is because like nodes. It uses nodes, so the card's called Nodon.
The little characters are called Nodons. And but yeah, like I said, the physical Japanese version comes with a set of these cards. I have it pre-ordered. I think it's like, man, that'd be kind of cool thing. You know, it's a physical thing, and you can actually just get the cards by themselves for from the My Nintendo Japan store for like 500 yen. It's pretty cheap, like basically, $5. So yeah, that was pretty neat.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but like this game is basically from Labo. Yeah, because like Labo has this exact programming thing, right? But they've just kind of taken out and added more stuff to it, made it its own game, right? Yeah. Danny, I know you've got one of the Labos, right?
I got VR, yeah.
Does the VR have this one, this mode?
I'm pretty sure you could do programming stuff in that one. Because, you could make your own VR stuff, I guess, if you wanted to. I didn't mess around with any of that stuff at all. Push is in the chat. I pre-ordered on My Nintendo, but Amazon JP has it for cheaper. Yes, they do. I noticed that after I already pre-ordered. I wanted to kill myself. But like the price for this game too, it is kind of like a budget price type of deal. It's like, I think in the West, like in the US, it's $30.
Okay.
Here in Japan, I think
60.
right around the same. 60, yeah. Right, you would think. I think it's right around 3,000 just for the digital, and then for the one with the cards, it's like 3,500. So, it's,
do you remember Mario Maker? The first one came out. Yeah. Like somebody like did a Photoshop of the box art, and it said, "Go on, then you fucking make it."
Right?
It's like they've just taken it up another level now. Now it's not just Mario; it's like anything.
Yeah,
they might as well call it that in Japanese.
Yeah, actually,
go on, then you fucking make it.
Yeah, James, I remember on Twitter you brought up an interesting thing about the Japanese title, which we have listed right here. The Japanese title is Nabitsuki Tsukutte Wakaru Hajimete Game Programming, which could mean like guided make and understand your first game programming thing or whatever.
For make benefit glorious nation of Japan.
Yeah, right. So like it's always interesting because we talked about this before with think about like Pixar movies and stuff like that. Sometimes in the West they have a very simple name like Up or I don't even know what the name is. The one with the Latino kid with the guitar and stuff. I don't even know what the hell that's called in English.
Coco.
Coco in English. Yeah.
I forgot what it's called in Japanese. Remember Me?
It's called Remember Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
The song in the movie is called Remember Me.
Yeah.
But okay, so maybe that's not a good example. But Up is the perfect example of how things get renamed in Japanese to make it so it's easy to understand. For kids to understand or for old people to understand. Even if they read it, they can understand, but they still don't understand.
Like Frozen.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
Anna and the Winter Princess.
Anna Toyukijo. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, is anybody interested in this game? I'm just buying it mainly for the cards, honestly. But
I will not buy the cards. I'm interested in the game, though. I might see what
this game looks like. It makes me want to work. I'm not trying to work for my games at all.
Well, I mean, the good thing is you can actually download other people's creations, which is what I would probably be doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's like always the thing is Nintendo make these amazing things, and then you think, okay, well, this game is gonna live and die on its online sharing mode, and then you're like, oh shit, it's a Nintendo game. Fuck.
Yeah, it's not Media Molecule, right? So who knows what? Like basically, all of this stuff is going to you're making games for yourself, essentially, because
it's like when they had that Zelda Dungeon Maker in the remake of Link's Awakening. It's like they did this amazing thing where you can make your own dungeons, and then it doesn't have an online sharing mode. It's like, well, what's the fucking point then?
Yeah,
so does it have it? Have they confirmed it has an online sharing?
That's the thing. When I was focusing on everything that I did for the website, it was on everything but that type of stuff. So I'm not exactly sure, honestly.
Yeah, that shit's hidden. That shit's hidden somewhere. Somewhere there's like, like, oh yeah, you can play online, right? And then
it's almost like with the mouse support. Like on the Japanese website, it was at the very bottom of the page, and it had like a picture of a mouse. I was like, what? And then it said it had mouse support, and I was like, whoa. But unlike the North American tweet and even the website, they didn't say anything about that. And I think it was buried in their press release. But yeah,
that's
Nintendo
big shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, mouse support on the Switch. I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, and apparently, because I tweeted about it and it kind of blew up. Well, blew up for me at least. And some people were like, yeah, man, this is the second game or the second or third game that has that. It's this other game has it too, and I had never heard of that game that they talked about. So, but
secretly, USB keyboards have been compatible with Nintendo consoles since the Wii, since they've had USB ports. The Wii, the Wii U, the Switch, pretty much everything has been USB keyboard support. I'm not sure about mouse, but definitely keyboards.
Is it because of maybe they don't announce it because they don't want? I mean, I know the Japanese companies are really reticent about announcing something for support for something because of if it doesn't support everything, they don't want to say anything, Maybe it's plug and play, but we don't support everything, so you don't even want to open this can of worms. Basically, it's it's there if you discover it.
So yeah, push in the chat. He says he thinks it's shared by codes. That does start in friend codes, right?
I'd say at the same time, if it's something that's it shouldn't be that hard. All the assets and stuff like that would be in the game. It'd just be a matter of the codes being able to compile that stuff together, essentially, right? Isn't that kind of how that would work?
Yeah. I mean, I think if Mario Maker stages have codes as well. I mean, with Mario Maker
who wants
1,
to share something by code, man? I remember I was playing even friend codes, man. I got my Switch with the Monster Hunter Double Cross release, right?
Gotcha.
3-4 years ago, right? Or whenever that was. Yeah. And and I remember I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. I'm not playing Rise, but man, I'm done. I played a lot of World. I played a lot of everything else. Too
busy playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah. It's only been 2 years since I've played Monster Hunter, but it's been
you'll be
7 years since I played War. Wow, so
you need to scratch that itch.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
But yeah, I remember I posted my friend code on Twitter and stuff and shared it, and like nobody, like people are not like, all right, let me write down this 20 code, 20 character code so I can talk to you. Like, man, they gotta kill that shit.
It's the secret, like, unknown fact about Switch is that if you do link Twitter to it, then you can just add friends via Twitter on the Switch natively, but they just don't tell anyone that.
What?
Or if you're friends on the Wii U or 3DS.
Yeah. Pretty much anything connected to your Nintendo ID, you can add friends to it, but they just don't tell you that.
I had no clue.
Facebook.
I didn't even know.
Yep. It's all there.
I try not to connect I try not to give, Jack and who's the Facebook guy, the robot?
Jill? Jack and Jill?
Zuckerberg?
No, yeah, Zuckerberg. Yeah, Mark. I'm trying not to give Jack and Mark too much control over my life. I already got Google ruling my shit.
Well, Tim Apple rules mine.
Tim Apple. No, I got off of Tim Apple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Blackstone in the chat brings up a very good question, and I think we all know the answer to one of these. But he said, "Is there an official Nintendo mouse?" Yes, of course. There's a Super Nintendo mouse, but
yeah.
More importantly,
the one for Paint. Yeah.
There's also Mario 64, the 64 DD one too.
Hey.
Yeah.
The 64 DD mouse. Oh yes, the one that everyone has.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically it's an N64 one, so like you don't have.
He's humble bragging his ass off right now. He's like,
I forgot I had this.
Let me show it to you. Hold on 1 second.
All right. So I think we've talked enough about this game.
Let's talk about keyboards more. Do you remember the DS keyboard? They actually made one for the DS.
The Pokemon one?
Yeah, the Pokemon one.
Yes,
that is a thing. That is a thing.
All right.
All right. Who's
James?
next? That's me, isn't it?
It's you.
Sales. Yeah, sales. Who wants to hear numbers?
Yep.
So what do we got? Switch hardware is now at, drum roll please, 84.59 million worldwide. Holy shit. That's like 10 Wii U's, isn't it?
Right.
Something like that. So what have we done?
For the number that sold, that's probably about right.
So what other Nintendo consoles is it beaten? It's definitely beaten the N64, right? Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube? GameCube, right?
GameCube. It just beat I think it just beat the Game Boy Advance, which is like 82 or something. I'm going to try to pull it up here on my phone.
So I guess next is Wii, isn't it? Wii is the top-selling Nintendo console, so
it could be Game Boy then. Original OG Game Boy, maybe?
OG Game Boy? Okay. Depends how they accumulate those kind of things, but yeah. But if it beats Wii, then that's officially real video games are better than fucking waggle controls, right? That's right. That'll be a good day when it beats the Wii. So yeah, top selling software. Here we go. Number 5, the Pokemons, 21.10 million. Breath of the Wild, 2.28 million. Smash Ultimate, 23.84 million. And then, actually, wow, number 1 is actually surprising. It's not Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is at number 2. That's 32.6 million. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 35.39 million, which is why we don't have Mario Kart 9. And we might not get Mario Kart 9 on the Switch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Judging by those numbers, why would they?
Yeah, that game just keeps selling, man.
Yeah, they're probably just.
I mean, Deluxe is the remake from the Wii U one.
Right.
I mean, Mario Kart 8 is what, like 6 years old?
Yeah. That was 2015 or 14. One of those. And
and then, So, I think they probably are developing Mario Kart 9, but they're just not going to release it until the next console, or they're just waiting for the time to release it, right?
Yeah, there's no point to do that at this point, right now. James, I'm looking through data, sales data and stuff like that on Nintendo's website. Nintendo Japan has a really nice website, by the way, if I haven't said that. But yeah, the Game Boy Advance is next on this is the one that was just passed. Looks like after that it's the original Game Boy with 118 million, and then it's the
Really?
DS is number one, and Wii is 101
really?
million. So like, yeah,
Oh, DS beats Wii?
yeah, DS beat the Wii.
Shit.
Wii is 100 million, DS is 150 million. Wow.
150 million.
Yeah, Game Boy, original
Oh,
Game Boy, including Game Boy Color, is 118. So
Holy shit. Okay, so DS is well, yeah, DS Lite, DS Fat, DSi, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that lasted a long time, that generation, didn't it? All right, then.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's time for fighting game talk with Ty.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Fight.
all right, so you might remember Yoshinori Ono, the producer on Street Fighter 4,
Onochin.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I don't know if he was technically
Tekken
producer on
Cross Street
5. I
Fighter.
think he was. Yeah. So he left Capcom. When was it? Like a couple months ago, or late last year. Yeah. I've lost all perception of time during the pandemic. I'm sure we all have.
Right.
But anyway, he has a new job. He's the COO at Delightworks. Now, if you don't know what Delightworks is,
I do not.
they put out the Fate games.
Oof.
And what else? They put out Tiny Metal, actually. Published that. I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that they're doing a new release of Melty Blood.
Fucking multi-blood.
Yeah. So it's kind of a studio that associates with stuff like that, like weird doujin novels and stuff that have become like full-fledged franchises. So like Fate is like one of the biggest mobile games, and it's animation and everything, and it's UFO catcher prizes like this right here, right. You've seen this character before. This is Saber.
Saber.
Yeah, I got that out of a UFO catcher a few episodes ago. So Yoshinori Ono, or as we in the fighting game biz like to call him, Ono, he's working there, and we have no idea what he's cooking up. But maybe he'll get his mitts on a new Fate fighting game. There's like one on PS2, I think.
Yo, the Fate story is crazy.
Yeah,
like from like straight up doujin Ero novel to like one of the biggest IPs in Japan. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I first watched that anime, like 10 years ago, and I was like, I think I saw this in the doujin section in Akihabara last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Saber and Ryder and all of those guys.
Erotic fighting game, maybe, Ty?
I mean, that's the same deal with Melty Blood. You know, it's a visual novel, you know, with sex scenes, and then it just becomes a fighting game. Who cares? Let's make it. So yeah, Yoshinori Ono is working for those guys now, and are they going to put out a new fighting game? Time will tell.
Right.
They'll do a Tiny Metal fighting game.
Tiny Metal. Sorry.
Right?
I published that game.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for the code.
Was that ironic?
No.
Okay.
I played the game and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I think that was one of our first streams we ever did. Actually, it was like me and Ty played Tiny Metal.
Yeah,
thanks to you.
Yeah.
I think it was you.
I had a chance to play the new version a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Tiny Metal, not the.
I'm not saying anything else because I don't think I can, but I did have a chance to play it, and it was cool.
Classified.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the third game? Oh, what? Okay. Well, he's being coy. Okay. Exclusive. World exclusive. Announced on the Famicast.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody else came in my room and said something. It wasn't me.
Doppelganger, got it.
It wasn't me. Man, if Ono is there, if Ono is doing some stuff with who owns the IP for Fate?
I think that's the company, right?
Is that
Delightworks?
Aniplex?
Or I don't know. Like Delightworks does the game, right? They do the mobile game and whatever else.
And I got very little faith in like high end executive folks at Japanese companies actually having any influence over what is happening gameplay wise or game wise. Yeah, in general. Like, yeah. Like I've just had like too much experience working in Japanese games and like seeing guys that everyone sees in the front that go out and speak and they got their names on top of everything, but they are just, you know, completely checked out. Like so I don't know anything about Ono-san. You know, like I've never met him. And I don't I mean, I have to talk to maybe some people in the FGC that might know him or whatnot, but I know that he's a pretty hardcore fighting game fan. But you know, the talent in Capcom as far as fighting games go is in their engineers and their artists.
Right.
And it's the same over at
or they're at Dimps.
yeah, exactly. Dimps, yeah. Or the guys that do Guilty Gear, you know, it's not the top folks. It's those artists and those engineers that really know that shit like through and through. I think of all the like kind of Yume, like, you know, really famous developers that I've met, like the two realest people I met is Shinji Mikami, you know, of like that dude is real, and Akira Yamaoka. Yeah, like other people I met, I mean, it's just a mixed bag, but like those guys are in Iga-san. Iga's real too.
We met friend of the show.
Yeah.
My best friend of the show.
Yeah. Best friend.
Kami as well.
Just so many times, like once you get promoted in Japan, you get to a point where you're just kind of looking down over everybody's shoulder, like, okay, and that's about it. So,
yeah,
I hope that they can make a dope Fate game. I mean, the game's got. I mean, that series and IP is great characters, great character design. So I mean, really, you know, stuff at least the Japanese public loves. I don't really know how well it's going to fly outside of Japan.
Who cares?
Yeah.
We're in Japan. Hell yeah.
Great cleavage.
Right.
Yep.
James.
Here's your. I want to see that game.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I just came in on some stuff and started ranting.
No, that's great.
Good rant. Yeah. Good rant. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's going to do it for the news. Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to talk about. And Ty, I think you know what time it is.
Oh, it's time.
Oh God.
It's Christmas morning if you live in an anime landfill.
Anime trash. Boxing. Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
Oh God.
So.
We don't have a theme song for this, do we?
There on the audio version, there is a theme song. I use the
theme song. Okay.
Turbo Tunnel.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's Ty, and I was like, Turbo Tunnel. This is like insane. You might die.
Yeah,
that's true.
Didn't expect the segment to last this long.
Hey, it's Turbo Teen. Was his name Ty too? You guys ever seen Turbo Teen? You know, the guy who turns into a car.
Oh God!
I know what you're talking about.
Am I the oldest guy here?
Do you know Mobile Armored Spy Command?
I have that image burned into my head, but I've never actually sit down and watch that show.
Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
Anyway, you should go watch Turbo Scene or go watch Toy Galaxy's thing about Turbo Scene.
All right. So here's the deal. If you've never seen this, I play online UFO catchers a lot, like compulsively, and I get some free plays every day. And I try to just snipe some stuff, and it gets delivered to my house, and I wait until podcast day to open it. And everybody loves it because they're mental. All right.
True.
So let's see what's in box number 1.
What's in the box?
Oh my God! It's Crocodile.
Oh,
it's Chocodile. Help me out, guys.
Is that a Pokemon or is that a Digimon?
Yes, it's a Pokemon.
Okay.
And I believe his actual name is Totodile. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
What's his Japanese name?
Oof. Wanimon.
didn't even know
I
his-
love discovering Pokemon names through my kids, like Nodage, like their coloring books.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Charizard.
Oh, I've had-
His name is I forgot it already, but anyway.
Right.
All right, so yeah, this was an easy get. Another plush for the mountain.
Welcome aboard, Rich. Joined in on the chat. Thanks for
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Rich is here. I think first time live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make it live. Good job.
Yeah, let me tab over to the comments here. Okay, now, there's a second thing in this box, and it's timely because it's another Fate figure.
There it is.
Here we go. Yeah, I have no idea who this is. I don't know anything about Fate, actually. But this is a Mesh QA Light super premium figure. He has this like big shield thing. It looks pretty sick, so I grabbed it. Yep.
Safe for work?
Yeah, I don't know. There's kind of a ass shot right here. If you want to make that the thumbnail for
That's the
the
thumbnail for the
podcast.
show.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. So
cool.
that's box 1 down. I have 5 boxes, but none of them are super big.
Oh, I was almost right with Totodile, by the way. His Japanese name is Waninoko. I
You were about to
said
say his Japanese.
Japanese.
His
The
Japanese.
All right.
I said Wanimon, and it was Waninoko. Close enough.
All right. Here's box number 2. Oh, by the way, the vending machine down the street. You know how they have ad inserts on the vending machines? There was an ad for this site, Goton.
Wow.
Yeah. Just kind of surprised to see that out in public.
Yeah, I try to mention this every time Ty's opening stuff up, but you guys might be able to try this stuff out even online for yourselves. I have the stuff linked up in the I will be linked up by the time you're watching this in the description and also on the side article and stuff like that. So if they ship internationally, they used to at one point, and maybe they'll do it again.
All right. What do we got here? We have what's her name? Help me out here.
ReZero.
Yeah. So
Evangelion?
plush. No, it's not
No,
Evangelion. I got Evangelion plushes back there.
ReZero. I've never seen it, but I know it from the cosplay.
Dude,
Right.
I am
Yeah.
so out of touch.
Oh
Right.
man, yeah, me too. If it wasn't for my
I think
my pervy tendencies to look at every single
Oh yeah, her name
cosplay
is
girl,
on this-
I wouldn't know any of this shit.
Yeah, this is Rem. That's her name.
Ram, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I don't recognize her with clothes on.
I was going to say, John's like, take a top off. I might recognize her.
There she is.
Right.
All right. Those podcasts are on our Patreon.
Or
Oh,
we could
totally do that.
critique cosplayers.
Rated M for mature.
Oh man, there's some
Not at all
in here.
misogynistic, both men
Okay.
and women.
Right.
All right. Now, this is maybe the first duplicate I've gotten on show. So
Okay.
I have this anime cat girl. So
Uh-huh.
this one is definitely going in the giveaway pile. So stay
nice.
tuned for the mad scheme I'm cooking up to give away some of this stuff.
Wow.
Look, it's a cat girl. It's everyone
yeah,
wants
That's
this.
pretty cute. That's pretty cute.
Yep. All right. Oh, and one more thing. Yes.
Stickers?
You get
No,
a-
it's a
one more?
stand up acrylic, and it's Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know his Japanese name.
I didn't
Time
even know-
Wizard.
Okay.
No idea.
Right.
Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus Christ. Kill me now.
Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Kill me now.
All right.
My mother
Yeah.
calls me Joey.
Maybe I should save the big one for last. Okay.
Oh, we got a big one.
Not super big, but kind of big.
Wait, you got all this stuff in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I was about to say, damn, Amazon like came through today, man.
I got one of these today, like right before. I'm like, oh, good timing.
John, it's no joke. Ty could probably get something every day.
I got something today, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Boo.
Did you buy it or did you win it from a crane game?
oh my
I mean,
god.
I leave nothing to chance.
All right, here's the hype.
Let's go.
Oh.
Nezuko, yeah, it's
Oh.
super cute. There's a good thumbnail shot, maybe.
Yeah.
What's she
this
got in
is-
her mouth?
No, it's
It's the bamboo because she won't eat your face.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right? Respect the lore. This one is really heavy for some reason. This must be a very fancy figure. It says super premium on it, so it must be true.
Made of
Who made
chocolate.
it? Is it who's the?
Let's see. Looks
It's all
like
Sega stuff, huh?
yeah, it's like Sega, and there's another brand on here, Jaya. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, like, Goton is Sega's website. It was like Sega Catcher until 2 months ago.
Oh, that's a Demon Slayer character?
Yeah. Oh, this one is Toriba, though. Yeah. That's a Demon Slayer character.
Yeah, she's in like the little box all the time, or whatever.
She's on every piece of media in Japan.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you missed it.
My kids, my daughter is 5 years old, 6 years old, six. And she watched like all of Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, like at her grandmother's house, like last year. I had no
She wasn't horrified or anything,
and she was fine with it, right? But then we watched like some MCU stuff, and like and she sees like Black Panther fighting, and she's like, "Oh, this is scary." I'm like,
Black Panther, man, come on, it's cool.
like you just saw like
a guy getting his head cut off.
Yeah, the demons are like eating guts.
All right, now I've got some real trash here. I have another Sword Art Online, and it's like, I guess it's like a cat girl cheerleader.
Okay.
No, we're gonna get taken
trash.
off YouTube. Please.
Yeah. Right?
No.
She has clothes on. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, Sword Art Online. There's a show to watch, so don't watch the second season.
Right.
All right.
I need to put the special message on.
Lock your bedroom. Go 18.
Mom, don't come in.
Yeah.
All right, now for the big box.
Right?
Big box. You gotta tell me how this works, man. How does this gachapon stuff work?
You play a UFO catcher with like a live video feed, and that's it. It's just a UFO catcher that you play remotely.
Whoa. Time out.
Yep.
It's real, man. It's real.
Time out, Shawty. You were playing UFO catchers online.
Yes,
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You must be really good at this shit.
I am very good at this shit.
There's probably one figure that I own that I got from a UFO catcher this big.
All right. Put me on the camera.
Oh wow. John's joining in.
This Monster Hunter figure that I spent about 3,000 yen getting.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it was my favorite monster at the time, right?
Nice.
The Barrios, right?
Well, Ty always has some good advice for this type of stuff too. I mean, like Ty, what's your? I mean, I think it's always imperative that we do this every single episode, just in case somebody new's watching or whatever. And in this case, John, you can just give me some tips.
Be patient. Be an opportunist. And be very good at recognizing sunk fallacies and cutting your losses as fast as possible if you get stuck on some god awful machine.
Man, you should live stream that.
Right.
Like Toriba saves all the clips of your win shot. No, it saves every play you do. So I could.
Wow.
I'm gonna put out a compilation video sooner or later.
Nice.
All right. A lot of stuff in this box. All right.
It's got to be like ASRM kind of satisfying.
Yeah. So this is Hatsune Miku Bunny Girl bath towel or beach towel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on the design of one of the figures that I got on a previous episode. So I think you can kind of see the art there.
Kind
of.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll put this on.
You could put it on the pillow if you want.
You could.
Clean yourself up after. Yeah.
All right. What's next? Oh yeah, we got. Hold on. We got some packing material.
Ooh.
And all right, I got another Rem figure. This is it's a cute little angel. It goes with the devil one. I have a set now.
Okay.
Of course you
do. Yeah.
You've got one half of everything. Now you just have to get the other half.
Yeah.
Okay. So last month Toreba was doing like a special figure sale.
I
Where-
saw that. I was going to write up
where-
a story about it, but I was like, I don't feel like trying to understand all the terminology here.
Yeah, it was kind of awesome and it kind of sucked. Like, you could play this like relatively easy machine,
Mhm.
but like people were swarming online to get it, and only 5 people could queue for a machine at once.
Oh my god!
So like you would have to have like super fast reactions to get in the queue when someone else did, or just kind of mash and hope for the best.
Mhm.
And I got in a couple times, and what you're about to see may shock you.
Oh god!
So I got this nice Goku figure here,
Ooh,
like I don't know, traveling Goku,
yeah,
scuba Goku, Goku with battle damage,
sure, cool.
Fireman Goku. I don't know what this is. It's a
It's all the
Goku
same.
on vacation.
Oh, yo, the Band Presto, their world figure costume, right? They do. There's like a competition,
Yep.
right? They have like sculptors come through, and like they all do different stuff, and then they produce the winners.
Oh
Is
yeah, and
Yeah.
the winner here on the side of the box,
Yep.
Mr. Manabu Yamashita.
Hmm.
So yeah, good job. This looks pretty kick-ass. So I'm glad I was able to get in the queue and win that. And okay, so there's one more in here, but actually, I got in the queue with like 5 free play tickets and like $4 in my account, and I just spent it all, and I got the same figure like 4 times. So I have this Fujiko Mine figure,
Hmm.
and I have this
Lupin the Third.
Fujiko Mine figure, and I have this Fujiko Mine figure, and I have this Fujiko Mine figure.
Oh my god!
So we're
If you-
definitely gonna. I got some giveaway material here.
Yeah, if you're listening to the audio only version of the show, yes, Titus showed 4 of the same exact figure.
Yeah. And
Tied.
I got it at like a 50% win rate. Like I played like 8 times and got 4 figures. So there you go.
How much do you estimate you're paying for each of these figures?
It's on average, I just say like I've gone anywhere from like getting them for like 0 just on my free plays to I don't know. If I go over $20, I try not to sink any more in.
Don't show me this website.
All right.
Do not.
But,
Do
yeah,
not.
so look at my fucking room here. Everything came from UFO Catcher.
Wow.
Like everything you see except like the TV and the jacket.
And the doors.
Yeah, and like the basic furniture. It's all from UFO Catchers, and I need to get rid of some of the shit.
Rich firing on all cylinders. Nice comment here. This is definitely living up, down, question mark, to my expectations.
Right. Yep. So that's all the stuff. I am gonna do a giveaway, and you're gonna find out what it is very soon.
Okay. Hi, Tony. Comment here too. I think Torba only gives 1 daily free game instead of 2 now. Question mark? Is that a small thing? Yeah.
I've been getting 4 free plays every day. I know.
He's a power
If you-
user.
Yeah,
Right?
if you they give you more if you have previously won and had something delivered. I think that's what the deal is. So like if you're a legacy account or whatever, then you're gonna get 4 free plays. If you're some rando, you're probably gonna get like 1.
Scrub.
Yeah, and they have a Prime service. So if you sign up for Prime, you only pay like $3 a month, and then they
Okay.
give you like they give you like $10 for the credits at the beginning of the month, and they give you some more perks too. And Sega Catcher Golton has something similar.
Taking my headphones off.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a gambling compulsion, absolutely do not get involved with these websites. If you can keep it under control, it can be pretty good. Like if you're really patient, you can come out ahead, so to speak. If you consider UFO Catcher Prize as a capital investment.
Yes.
Good lord.
All right. Well, Ty, thanks as always, man, for sharing the anime trash. We all appreciate that. And John he's already addicted. He doesn't even know it yet.
No, I don't have room for any more figures.
Neither do I.
I bought on a like kind of. I've been reading a lot of comics recently, and so I bought a Magneto figure for myself
rules.
the other day because Magneto's pretty awesome, and Magic as well because I like New Mutants. And they just came in today, and my kids came in my room and they were like, "Oh, you got new figures?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have anywhere to put them." I used to have a box full of a closet full of boxes, right? And I tossed them all away because, like, who's gonna buy this stuff?
Right? I don't know.
I'll
Just
tell you.
Put it on the Macari.
Yeah, Macari. Somebody's gonna buy it. Maybe.
Nah, no more. No, I have like expensive. The only boxes I kept is for my Star Wars figures because they're all Gentle Giant. You know,
the Gentle Giant.
kids.
That was a cool set.
And they cost a lot of money. So I keep the boxes for those. But all of the PVC stuff that I get from Japan, you know, I gotta toss it.
I feel you. Don't throw away any N64 shipping boxes because I'll buy them from you.
Danny is going to invite you onto Collector's Corner, our special Patreon podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should probably move on to the next part of the show. And James, how about you take it away, man?
That's right. It's time for Famicast 10, our 10-year segment. 10 years of the Famicast. Oh, Danny just deleted everything. Brilliant. Thanks, Danny. Isn't it this one?
Yes.
There it is. So, yeah, this is the segment. We're at part 5 today. Have we got the banner for that, Danny? Yes, we do. There it is. Yep. 10 years over. Part 5 is called YOLO. We Solo. Yep. 2017, 2018. So yeah, I've actually been updating the website of all these links and videos that we've been talking about. So if you want to like look back at our old videos, our old shows, and I put them in kind of general order of events. So yeah, check them out. So yeah, 2017. I mean the last show we did on NWR was we talked about that already, right? 2017. There it is. Here it is. Episode 100. Famicrew out. And then we had a few weeks of like, I don't know, downtime. You know,
it was like a month.
Yeah, I was like trying to work out. Setting up a new website, setting up a new podcast feed.
God, that was the worst.
That was the worst. That took a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, it all came together eventually, but you know, people were asking us like, so what's going on with the podcast? And it's like, we're working on it. Just give us a few more weeks. We're trying our best here. And I remember me and Danny, we recorded like a 2-minute podcast or something to kind of test out the feed. It's like, if you're hearing our voice, you know, this will be the feed where the podcast gets published, you know. So,
yeah.
So that was a thing. But so yeah, the first big thing we did as just on our own was TGS 2017, and that was awesome because we actually interviewed legend Mr. Tak Fuji. So that was pretty cool.
Tak is a cool dude, man.
He's a cool dude. And the funny thing was, like, we did a video because he was doing promoting Gal Metal, obviously, at the time. And he was so unrecognizable when I saw him. I actually didn't know it was Tak Fuji. Mm-hmm. So, and then, you know, like the same guy, because, you know, we always imagine him with the dreads, you know, like from that infamous video. Oh man, what was it? The 1 million troops thing. What was that?
90 nights, 999 nights.
Right.
I think
that's when everyone knows him as, right? Everyone knows him as that guy, right? And then when I meet him, it's just like this regular looking Japanese dude with like short black hair. So I actually had to put his old picture in the video just to say like it's this guy, just so you remember, you know. But that was cool. He was awesome. Extreme. He was cool. He played the demo. Like we interviewed him, and then he actually played the game for us. And yeah, he's just like such an enthusiastic, awesome guy. It's like it's so funny, and his English is so good.
Yeah,
like the fact that you can do like an interview and a demo in English, like it's like just like on the spot. That was like fucking awesome. So that was cool. So what else did we play? Do you remember any of this? Fire Emblem Warriors, Splasher, Gal Metal, Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pretty big deal because like at the time Capcom really didn't really have much support for the Switch aside from like that kind of busted Street Fighter 2 game that was like way too expensive.
Like, oh god, yeah.
Yeah, then they basically said, yeah, TGS, we're gonna have these two games, and I got like I got two exclusive TGS 2017 exclusive Biohazard Revelations microfiber cloths. One of them is somewhere in here. The other I use daily.
Good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. I mean, I don't know how you felt the vibe, but I think like because we were like solo, and it's like, okay, we've got to make this new website. We've got to have like a purpose for like us going solo, right? Like we've got to fucking give 110% for this thing. So like we went all out, like playing like every single indie game and like interviewing developers. Like we did 2 videos like with the Fly High Works and the Format 8 developer.
Yeah.
Played pretty much every fucking like Switch game, and there were a lot of Switch game this TGS. I remember that because, you know, for so many years it was just such a shit show for Nintendo at TGS. There's like nothing to play because like, you know, like the Wii U, third-party Wii U games at TGS. It's like fucking good luck.
Oh man, to the Three Kingdoms 12, my first Wii U experience. Wow.
Yeah. And then from that to like, you know, just dozens and dozens of like awesome indie games to play. You know, that was cool because that was a time when Nintendo were being quite strict, not strict, but like being more selective about what was on Switch. Like they wanted like a certain level of quality at the start. You know, they just didn't want like the App Store or the Google Play Store like from the start, right?
Or the Wii Store.
Yeah, yeah. Or the Wii U store was like that near the end. I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, it was just.
I would do the Wii Store. That shit was crazy from the like. The shovelware central over there, man.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Actually, I shouldn't say the Wii Store. I should say like physical, because everybody was actually shipping physical like shitty games for the Wii.
I mean, I have like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer game. I paid way too much money for. It was like $3.
Wait. Man, is it like the claymation Rudolph?
Yes. That's why I bought it. I was like, this would be great to like make a video of, but I haven't made a video, and I bought it like 3 years ago.
Good job. Another thing we started at this was Famichatting, which was a thing which started off just as like that was the name of our private kind of group chat that we had going, and we used to, you know, chat about various things, and we thought, well, maybe it would be fun to just like publish some of these chats to the web. So when it got to TGS, we just thought, let's just have a back and forth, like a kind of chat looking thing, and just talk about everything we played. So when we had a game that multiple people played, like Gal Metal, like I played it, Danny played it, Cyrus played it, and Ty played it, apparently. Right?
Yeah.
Ty, is that true?
I played it at one point, yes.
Yeah, and then we all commented on it, you know, in a group chat format. So that was really cool, actually. I mean, some games only I played, some games only Danny played, etc. But yeah, look at these fucking games. So many games. Splasher, Samurai Defender. I don't remember any of these. Golf Story. Yeah, that was a good game.
Golf Story, yeah.
Yeah. Cluster Puck. Great. Yeah, a lot of these cool. We made a lot of good contacts as well. Like, you know, we're still in touch with the Code Sync guys. You know, they're awesome. We made a lot of contacts. I think this TGS, when I think about it, like a lot of the contacts that we still have now were started at this TGS. because we were pretty much starting from scratch. We were going from like NWR, which had like all the contacts. They all the reviews, everything, all the game goes given to them, and then we're starting from scratch where we have no connections, no one knows us, no one cares about us, so we're kind of like, okay, we need to fucking get the ball rolling here. Let's get as many contacts as we can, so we can play stuff, So that's what we did. So, and then pretty much, January 2018, Ty will remember this one. This is Evo Japan.
Never heard of it.
Was that the first one in Japan ever?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yep.
Oh man,
yeah,
that was kind of wild.
I remember being at Korakuen for that, right? It was at Korakuen, right?
Yeah, like there was like kind of a last minute venue change.
Yeah.
Ooh,
did you guys ever go to SBO, Super Battle Opera? Like there was over there near that's where they did the Tekken tournaments and stuff.
I never went, but I remember. I remember they did the outdoors one, and it was
kind of a disaster. I thought they folded SBO and Evo together, kind of. I think. Like eventually, is that what happened? I think it was maybe the same people were organizing it.
Maybe, but I don't think there's any sign of SBO branding around Evo at all.
Yeah, I remember being at Korakuen though, right? And like Justin, like it was. I don't know if you guys know Scott Popular.
He's a good friend of mine.
Oh yeah. So Scott and I. Scott's we're both from Atlanta. We grew up together. Right. So yeah, I just remember us being around there with Justin and Justin Wong and who else was there? Oh man, there were just like so many like kind of like fighting game like kind of luminaries that actually made it out to that first one, man. But the tournament, I remember it being kind of a shit show also.
I think Majin Obama had a really good YouTube video up about it, like recalling all the stuff that went on, if I remember right.
I was for me personally, I was just there kind of like cheering on Ty in the tournaments, and that I didn't play in any tournament at all because I knew it just, what's the point? I just wanted, because I'd never been to like a big thing like that for like, fighting games or something. I thought it would just be a cool thing to go to and just to experience, and it was pretty fun.
Well, a good Fami fact about this one. This is the only time where all 4 members of the crew at that time met. Were at the same place at the same time. Because like TGS, we could never quite, like it would always be like 2 guys on one day, 2 guys on the other day.
Yeah.
And obviously Cyrus, God rest his soul, he lived quite far away. He lived like other side of Japan, right? So he couldn't really come to Tokyo that easily, right?
I think he was in Guma, right?
Yamanashi.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a different prefecture, very far away. So yeah, this photo, I love this photo because like this one, we're actually recreating our Famicast avatars, which Cyrus drew, obviously. We're all recreating them here, all like a bunch of dorks. Like this one, this is what we look like as avatars, and then we recreated it in real life, and like this. So there it is. Yeah, so Ty was the only one who actually entered. Oh no, I'm not sure actually. Did Cyrus enter any tournaments?
Cyrus might have entered some stuff.
Or something.
He may have. I don't remember.
They had open registration for day of.
Yeah, not day of. I don't think. Unless there were side tournaments, like you could join side tournaments.
You went to qualifiers, right?
No, there's no qualifiers. You just like sign up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And here it is. Again, a StreamYard advertisement, brilliant. But the game that we talked about earlier, Ty, Omen of Sorrow.
Yeah, they had that there. I saw it at TGS like a couple months before, and I met the guy. What was his name? I want to say Felipe.
Yeah, it just said that, Felipe.
Oh yeah. I met Felipe, and I remembered him, and I watched and we had a nice chat at TGS, and I said, I hope I see it at Evo Japan, and I did, and it was great.
Nice. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I played this very fun video game.
Oh, no, Sarah's playing it. God bless him. Yeah, I remember suggesting he should add waggle controls, like the Wii version of Mortal Kombat. You know, where you scoop the Wii remote like in a U shape to do like a fireball.
That's
I don't know if he took my suggestion, but that was my suggestion anyway. So yeah, and then obviously Ranma half hard battle. That was Ty's entry, and we have a pretty cool video of like Ty's like entire tournament, you know, from beginning to end. Which it was like one of our like most popular videos at the time, which is pretty cool. Yeah, people really like that.
just randomly entered this game. I played a lot on Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
right.
And apparently there's like a whole scene here, like a small, tightly knit scene for the Ranma games on Super Famicom. And I got really far. What did I get? I got like top four,
man.
top three. Yeah,
the guy you lost to ended up winning the tournament.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was it? Single? Yeah, it was single elimination, wasn't it?
Maybe.
And then Ty, you were on 4Gamer. Like you got, I don't know, interviewed for 4Gamer or something, right?
I wasn't interviewed, but I was featured. Yeah, that was kind of
Right. 4Gamer, great Japanese website if you guys are wanting to brush up on your Japanese or whatever. Or just check out their news stories that I translate.
I think the headline was "White guy plays Japanese fighting game. Shock." Something like that.
Yeah.
And he can play.
Yeah, like every now and then, like I'll be talking with one of my Japanese fight game buddies, and like somebody will come and say, like, "Hey, you were that guy that played like that Marvel team, or you're that guy that played Skullgirls before it was out in Japan with those other weirdos."
Nice.
Yeah, man, I fell into like Japanese fighting game weird Twitter from playing Skullgirls before the Japanese release. That was a lot of fun.
So yeah, we were going ham. We were going ham on the events we thought, okay, we're the Famicast, we're solo, YOLO. We need to cover every single event in Japan. Which is when we asked our lovely patrons to help us get enough money to get us to Bit Summit, because like we really wanted to go. And my God, they helped us out. And yeah, we got like a huge push on our Patreon during that time. Like we were doing like almost like a drive, like a charity drive, but not charity. It's like, help us get to Bit Summit. And they did. They helped us get to Bit Summit, and we did. It was awesome.
This is new. I didn't know this.
Yeah. So there it is.
James, like I remember whenever we first kind of like put that out there, I was like, man, I still want to go to like, Bit Summit. So like, if the guys are going to be like generous and give us some stuff, great. And then if we can't get there, I was like, I'll just pay the rest my own way. Fuck it. Geez, man, like it was, seriously, our crazy. Patrons are freaking amazing.
That's right. And a lot of them guys who were there, they're still here with us now in the chat right now. So yeah, it was me and Ty, we went to me and Danny, sorry Ty. Ty couldn't make it.
That's a great
and this was definitely the best event I think we've covered, maybe ever, ? Because it was so much more fun than a TGS, because like you just get to meet so many people, so many awesome people, like one of the guys right here, John. What's up? I mean, John, how involved? What was your like role in Bit Summit at this point?
Well, I've been like one of the principal organizers for Bit Summit from the very beginning. Like, I guess the first Bit Summit was in 2013. I want to say. Myself and James Milkey, we had just shipped the game and we had shit all to do, and Milkey was like, "Let's do a game event."
Well, this is volume 6, so I guess
Yeah, so this is like way before Volume 6, right? So
2012.
in the very beginning, I was helping. It was just me and Milky and a producer at Q, and then we brought in some people from Skeleton Crew. At that time it was Vitae and some other folks from AGM Playism, and did the first event, and then from there, it's just been moving forward. And I guess at this point in 2018, I was doing stuff like press relations for the West and English press, and sponsor relationships for the West, and developer relationships for the West, and also SNS for the West, and any PR, and pretty much anything that had any English in it. that was what I was doing.
Thank you.
And so yeah, like and probably all of those interviews that you had scheduled with Dylan and Iga and whatnot were between me and probably Amy. Probably did all of that. Yeah. I remember you guys. I remember that year. We were on. I think we were still on the first floor, and we had a separate. We had this like media room that I was taking everybody to. Yeah,
it was like
and I spent a lot of the show running around chasing people down and trying to make sure they made their appointments, and then I'd be like, "Are everybody okay? All right, see you later, bye." Right, and then I'd be gone, right?
I gotta say, John, that was the most awesome email I've ever got from you. It's like, just do the checkbox. Which developer would you like to meet? It's like Kamiya, Igarashi, Dylan Cuthbert, and I'm just like, so I just check this box. I just check this box and I meet these guys. Okay. That was fucking awesome. Like, yeah, and then we actually get to meet them and interview them. That was
they
so
come
cool.
like it's. I got it, man. I got it. Like really, it's about like the guys that come and support the show. Iga, Suda, Kamiya, Dylan, like we Suda. We have the same, like a lot of the same people come every year that come to support the show. But they're just like, they're so accommodating, right? With this show. I mean, I used to work at Grasshopper, so when we would do TGS, I would schedule all the Suda stuff with the Western press, and I would kind of do the same thing. I would be like, hey, come on, let's go, and then I just try to get as many people as possible, because I wasn't trying to be really like, I'm only going to let you talk to GameSpot or IGN or whatnot, like I feel like that's just kind of, that's good, but it's I did a small blog for a while, so I know how important it is for your resume as a journalist to talk to more important people, but also as a site when you're trying to grow, to talk to the people that people want to hear. So we tried to do the best we could to give as much access to people as possible, and yeah, it's a fucking logistical mess, because this is everyone's second job, and I'm like a fucking habitual procrastinator, so so yeah, it was tough, but yeah, I think that everyone's team seems to have a good time at the show, because the show's small enough that you can do stuff like that. It's not like TGS, man. We've all done TGS. That shit's just.
It's just like it's not fun. I am glad there's no physical TGS. Like there hasn't been here recently.
Right.
Yeah, holy God.
People have the same
I used to.
feelings.
I worked I was a runner for IGN for TGS for 2 years, right? Which meant that I went to every booth and got all of their assets. And
God.
yeah, and yeah.
That sounds awful.
And it just like it's just too much, man. You know, you don't get to play any games. You know, there's just so many people there.
Yeah.
I
mean, going on, going on like the.
I remember that T-shirt. Game, I should fight them games with Soccer Japan here. Like, those guys are such assholes sometimes.
Yeah, and Danny, God bless him, he subtitled every single one of our interviews with the Japanese devs. It's Danny, how the fuck did you do that?
Well, I mean, I will say, and I was glad that you guys provided translators, because I was thinking like, man, maybe I could do this. I was like, well, if I fuck up, then shit, But they did it, and so yeah, it took a long time. Like my program I'm using, it's not set up for subtitles and stuff. I should have just done something that wasn't like hard coded in, because that was a big pain in the ass.
And big up to all like our volunteer team. Gavin and Jeff and his wife. I can't remember her name right now. I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk. Lena. We've got such great volunteers that come in and do wonderful work. And I mean, we really couldn't do it without them. And there was one of my hats just fell on the floor.
Okay, it's like, oh my god, like a spider or something that just jumped off the wall.
We do have a spider. We have a spider that lives in the house with us. We call him Miles.
Is he like one of the huge ones that eats the cockroaches, or is it like just this regular?
He's tiny, man. I don't know. He just eat, but every once in a while, as soon as it gets warm, we start seeing these little spiders walking around the walls, and I don't kill them because I figure they helping in the long run. They helping. So
definitely afraid of bugs.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of bugs, but I love Spider-Man.
Oh, there it is.
So,
oh yeah.
So Danny, I
Big shout out to all of them.
Yeah, those interpreters were great. Like doing live interpretation, that's hard, and doing as a volunteer, that's like wow, amazing.
That's not even the worst, man. That's not even the worst. Probably the first and the second year that we did Bit Summit, those guys, especially the second year, they were doing interpretation on stage for shit that they hadn't even really seen.
Oof. Wow. That's tough.
Because it was just coming in at the last. It was coming in so late, and we were all really new at it. Yeah. So all those
that reminds me.
Yeah, they're ace, man.
Because we interviewed Suda, right? I remember Suda's live stage thing. It wasn't a Bit Summit. It was the Switch thing, the Switch launch thing, and like Suda just went off script. And he just like started like talking about random stuff, and then the interpreter was just like, "Yes, he's thinking about making a new game." It was like he just couldn't catch up with him.
So I used to interpret for Suda in interviews, man.
Wow.
Right, and like I'm not the best. Like, this is not my job, interpreting, right? Like I don't even have any Japanese certification. I've never taken any of the things like N1, N2, N3, none of that. I've just been living here for a long time. Right. So my Japanese is like, I just go from Keigo to fucking construction worker, right? In the same sentence, right? Yeah. And I used to interpret for Yamoko-san and Suda-san when we went overseas. And that shit is fucking stressful. So I know how those dudes feel, man. You just have someone. You get used to it once you start working with someone for a while. You can work with it, and but on stage the first time, oh hell no, I would be shitting bricks.
I couldn't even imagine. Holy God.
So I think for me, I think Suda's interview and Kamiya's interview were definitely the most memorable for me. Like really, really, truly amazing. And I mean, it was funny, like interviewing Dylan Cuthbert, for example. It's funny because like you're just talking like two British guys, and it's like you're in Japan, you're talking about video games, but he's British,
he's half British. He's so Japanese. He's so Japanese.
He's turned Japanese, maybe now.
Yeah, he's so Japanese. Dylan.
That's cool. Because I wouldn't met him a bunch of times at TGS, but not had a proper sit down, chatting about stuff. That was the first time we could do that.
Yeah, it had to be
And,
James talking to him. I mean, I can't understand a word he's saying.
Right.
British English, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
I wrote the subtitles for his interview. Right.
Joking, of course.
Right. So yeah, Bit Summit. Holy shit. I think that's. I mean, we still talk about
2018. That was like
2018.
volume 6, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, volume 6.
So
And-
I love so volume 6. I don't know if you guys remember the T-shirts, but it's got like all the graffiti and stuff on it, right? With the tape deck and everything.
Oh, okay. That one.
We got in so much trouble for that.
Really? What?
Yeah, because like, so our like kind of design, like the head of the like design for Bit Summit is Murakami-san from Skeleton Crew, and his nickname is Ma. And so Ma does all the design, or he manages all the design. So he manages like the T-shirts with King of Games, and also he does the logo every year and the mascots and whatnot. And that year, we had the kind of really 80s, wild style kind of graffiti aesthetic. And I loved it, right? Because it was so hip hop, but no one, and Ma and I kind of slid it through, and it was okay. But then Dylan was so pissed. Dylan was like, nobody can read this, man. And he was like, the Kyoto mayor is like, what the fuck is this? I can't read it. Well, he didn't say it like that. He said it in his like really posh, like English annoying accent. But in a way that made me feel, belittled me in my American, crudeness. It was like John Cleese was yelling at me or something. But yeah. So that was a big no for us, man. We got in trouble for that.
Yeah, I guess certain fonts or certain styles, not good.
I mean, if you go look at that T-shirt now, if you're not really, it's not readable for most people. Legible, not readable, legible.
Okay. Yeah, I just remember Danny actually wrote down the full transcripts of all those interviews, and I did actually ask him. I did actually ask Suda51 about that thing that he did, where the translator couldn't understand what Suda was doing. I actually asked him about that. So yeah, it's worth watching that video. Well, we'll link up this all these stuff in the show notes for today's episode anyway, so you can check them out. So we'll watch. Too long didn't read version is Suda51 wants to make No Heroes 3. You're welcome. And Mia wants to make what's that game called? Jesus Christ!
I guess he did make No More Heroes 3 eventually.
Yeah,
it's
coming out in August.
Yeah.
Oh man, Wonderful 101. Kamiya wanted to make a Wonderful 101 for Switch. That also happened. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All us. Yeah, it's all us.
Yes.
You were like, hey,
Igarashi's interview. I'd rather not talk about that.
Igarashi seemed like he was getting mad. Like maybe we're just asking the wrong.
That was my fault. Yeah, I was.
He was getting mad at you about what?
Not mad, just like I don't know. Maybe
it was my fault. I was a bad interviewer. I think that was that last interview of the day, and it's like I hadn't really prepared enough questions, and maybe I was just asking dumb questions. So it's like I'm like, so is the Switch version gonna be any good? And it's like I'm not making the Switch version. Shut up.
Yeah.
And then we fought a little bit, whatever.
Yes.
He hit me
was
with
that was that for Bloodstained?
Yeah. Curse of the Moon.
Oh, okay. That was for the Indy game. So you were asking about the Indy game, which he was not involved in at all.
Anyway, he beat the shit out of me, and I deserved it.
Yeah.
But no. Oh, and now we can talk about the thing that I referenced earlier. So this is it. So when Ty talked about Curse of the Moon, right? 2.
Yep. Right.
So I played the first one at Bit Summit, and we published gameplay of it, and we were like the first in the world to publish gameplay of that game. Like
I remember that
Yeah.
booth. It was. I remember it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it
'Cause-
it was like I think it was an American guy that was like at the booth. Me and James were just like, hey man, would you mind if we capture some stuff? Like the show was over, and he's like, well, I mean, he was cool about it. I remember he said like, well, why? He was like, I don't know, I just want to put it up on our YouTube channel. And he's like, yeah, okay.
And we actually had our Elgato with us, like, and our laptops, so we could actually capture like on the fly. So we just like connected our Elgato to the dev unit at the time.
Yeah.
And then I just played the game, just like, I was on the preview monitor, like playing it in like a, whatever, 20 frames a second version on my Mac on the show floor. And then it's like, okay, that'll do, whatever, 15 minutes of gameplay captured, put it on the YouTube. Wake up the next day, like, I don't know, 150 comments, like 20,000 views. Yeah, people didn't like my gameplay.
Yeah. This game
So, like,
what's one of the best quotes? This game gives me hope, but your gameplay gives me cancer. Something like that.
That is the best one.
Yeah. Like other things saying like, who the hell's playing this game? Stevie Wonder?
So that gave us like the jokes for many, many episodes, if not years afterwards. So it became legendary, that video.
And that guy was okay. They like had no problem with that.
Yeah, there was no.
I was waiting for like a fucking
when you just said that, I was thinking like the next day, 20,000 comments or 20,000 views, and Indy PR people were like breathing down my neck and take it down. Like, yeah, like, no.
They said wait until we publish the trailer and then you can do it, and that's exactly what we did, and so that was fine. Everything legally, so that was fine. No, it was my shitty gameplay that
was pretty bad.
That was a scandal. It was you. It was. It wasn't what you did, or it was what you did, or what you didn't do.
Well, I'd say, to be fair, at the time, like, I don't think everybody realized how bad that D-pad is on the Switch Pro controller, and like you can clear, like, I think that's what we were playing with, and James was using the D-pad. It just fucking sucks for like those type of games.
Yeah. You duck when you want to go right, and that kind of stuff. And I had the delay. It was whatever. I can make excuses, but I was bad, but the situation I was playing it was also not so good, not ideal. Yeah. But it was. It got a good laugh for many years after that. So,
and that's what if you had been like really umai and you had done everything, and we wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And
it's like 3 minutes of content that you got out of that.
See, right. Then people wouldn't have shared it. Like, look at this asshole. Check out this asshole's bit of gameplay, right? Okay. Well, we've been going pretty long, so I think we'll have to stop it there at 2018. We got more 2018 stuff to talk about. We'll talk about that in next episode. I mean, shit, 197. We've only got 3 more sections
before 200. Man, you guys are prolific, man. I'm very impressed.
It's also John. It's the year of the Famicast. Every podcast does a thing for the 8 episodes leading up to 200, where they call it the year of insert podcast name. As you know,
I got it. As I know, makes sense. It's good. I like your campaign. It's good. It's good. Makes sense. It's got a theme. Keep connected tissue to keep people there. It's like the MCU, but for podcasts.
There it is. Exactly. You get it.
I like it.
All right, then, Danny, let's move on to the next bit before we all die.
Yeah, I'll read out. So next we're going to get to a little bit of feedback before we close out the show. John is almost done with that. That's some whiskey, right?
It is whiskey.
It is. He has drank 3 bottles of whiskey throughout the whole show.
Well, Danny,
if I had any more, and I'd be spilling state secrets.
Keep drinking.
So, Danny, before we get into feedback, just a little brief mention, because we talked about this last time. Season 5 of the Famicast starts now. Our Patreon, right? Are we talking about this now or later?
Give a preview.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe we can talk about it more next episode. But yeah, Season 5 Patreon starts now. we're gonna have some. We actually have a new thing, a totally new thing planned for season 5, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, season 5 happening during Famicast 10. It's all very exciting. We're going to continue, with our game nights, things that made us, shows and stuff like that. We're going to do some new merch, all that kind of stuff. But we're running long today, so we'll talk about it next episode. But Danny, can we preview the brand new thing that we're going to do for season 5, or should we save that?
No for you.
The brand new show.
Let's say
for you.
Okay. Let's a little tease. Okay, but we have a brand new show lined up for season 5, and it's pretty exciting. I think Patreons are going to like it. So, Danny, feedback.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, if you guys have any feedback out there, be sure to hit us up. You can hit us up via email. You can hit us at thefamicast@gmail.com. Hit us up on social media. We're at the Famicast. If you're watching on YouTube, just sound off right at the right in the comments and stuff like that, and we'll get to your comments. But like James said, we are kind of running a little bit long, so I kind of wanted to play a little bit of catch up on some of the stuff that's been going on throughout the chat here that I might have missed. In the chat, Chris Blackstone, like we had mentioned, hey, big thanks to our patrons and stuff like that, and he went on to say, hell yeah, dude, I'm more than happy to use my Patreon bucks to send you guys 2 cool events. Wish you guys could still do that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, with the pandemic, it's we'll get back to a point where we'll be able to do this type of stuff.
You guys are coming to Bit Summit, right? I should say I talked about this and we didn't even plug. Like, our submissions are open right now for the new show, so. And I expect all 3 of you to be in Kyoto. You're all in Japan. You haven't been vaccinated, so I know you're not fucking going to PAX.
Also, Bit Summit is a physical thing for sure, 100%.
As of May 13th, it's 12 a.m. As of May 13th, 2021, yes, Bit Summit is a physical thing. It's a B2B thing for developers, publishers, and esteemed journalists like yourself.
Absolutely.
So,
he's looking at me, Danny. He's not looking at me.
I was looking at myself, actually. I was like, yeah, look at that sexy journalist right there. No, look at you, pale gentleman. Please come.
Yeah, I love Kyoto. It's cool. I want to go again. I've only been 2 times in my life.
It's the best city. Best city in Japan, hands down.
You haven't been to Saitama.
I used to live in Saitama. I am Saitama rapper. Fucking Dai Saitama. I used to live in Tokyo-Ozawa, man, for like.
That's basically Tokyo, man.
What do you mean? That's niche Tokyo.
You got to tell me.
Get out of here.
If you like baseball, you like the Lions, right? You don't like.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Whoa, Lions! I used to go to Lions games. I used to go to the what's that the water park they got out there, and yeah, man, yeah. I was watching Daisuke and stuff, man. Yeah.
Take a drink. We mentioned baseball. Everyone take a drink. That's the drinking game.
Always try to bring up some Japanese baseball on the show. I love it.
Danny,
comments. I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's. Hi, Tiny left had another comment. He was actually at Bit Summit in 2019, and I wish I knew the context of this comment. Like at Bit Summit 2019, when me and 4 other Germans suddenly were standing there talking in German. How did it come to this? Lol. Yeah,
that shit happens, man. We get like tons of like. I had Sean Benson from Sony. She told me that she considers Bit Summit to be like her DICE Asia show because they do so much. Sean Benson works at Sony, Sony and SIEA in Santa Monica, and she says that they come out here and they do tons of business with the Western indie devs and Japanese indie devs at the show, because you just have so many people coming in. It's like a working vacation for everybody from the West. So yeah, it's just like Germans there. Yeah. That's typical. Like, yo, it was a year. The whole of Team Cherry was here. Hollow Knight, like and they did a panel and everything here, and like like we just have these like great indies come, these great publishers come from overseas. So yeah, if they had some Germans talking there, yeah, Chris, is that Chris? Yeah,
That
Chris.
was Hi Tony.
Hi Tony. Yeah, that's just kind of normal, man.
Yeah. Semblance. I remember Semblance. There's a guy from South Africa came.
South Africa, man. Yeah. Sugar and Ben.
Yeah, Sugar, that's right.
Yeah, those dudes are dope. Pocket Rumble. Dongan published that. Those guys that game is great. That's a Sinner. That's another indie. They just renamed themselves to like Neon Doctrine or something.
There's like a Russian dude there. Remember?
Takeover, another Dongan game, but done by an Italian guy. Kero Blaster, that's what's that guy's name? The guy who did
Pixel, isn't it?
Cave Story.
Pixel.
Yeah, that's a Cave Story. Juicy Realm, dope Korean indie. Iconoclast, that's Joachim Sandberg's game. Great game. Angels of Death, I don't remember that one. Above, that's the European dev. I don't think that's the name of the game. I think they changed the name of that game when they launched it.
So I've been kind of waiting for information about this.
If
the name changed.
That's the over the top kind of world exploring
biplane.
Biplane, yeah. I don't think it's called Above It. I think it was a different name for it. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah, we were on the first floor that year. We were on the first floor again this year, by the way. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Well, we should probably end the show. And well, first of all, we're gonna go ahead and give our Twitter handles, all that type of stuff, plugs, anything like that. You can find me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can people find you?
I'm at FamiComplicated.
Ty,
obviously.
Super Cat Drugs.
There it is. And John,
Porkins, P0RK1NS.
Is that a Star Wars reference?
Yes, it is. Hold on.
Pardon me, Porkins.
Gotta reach behind my monitor. There he is. There go me.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Right. Porkins, man. I forgot
the N. All right, I forgot the N. It's that one, isn't it? I got it. That one. I got it right, John?
That is right. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, yeah, it is getting late here, so we're going to go ahead and bid you all farewell. Again, John, thank you so much for going on, man. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, and
it's fun. I love doing podcasts.
James, Ty, of course, always fun. And all you guys listening, join us live. Thank you guys so much for the audio, guys. Thank you guys for downloading and listening every time. And we will catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Toodles.